Benji.
Take use and share this live, y'all.
You never fuck complicated.
Bro, folks time.
Check.
Let's go.
When I was young, I had dreams on trying to change things. Tucking 100,000 was part of my daydream. That's why I had to accomplish my goals, stay clean. My man got life, his favorite color, stay green. This shit get harder than you think. Washing clothes inside the sink, and your celly probably stink. Shit get litty if you blink, been there. I got some niggas still in there. Even if I lose, I still feel like a win there. Fuck jail. They know I'm back on the street, niggas been home. Probably passed your stash in a week, it's Benji. Don't you say that name in vain. Rules to the game, but we can never play the same. Cops question me, they can never get a thing. Cops question you, they gon' get a list of names. Niggas talk tough, but they not that. All these war stories he telling, man, I doubt that. Heard about your last one, he ain't about that. Niggas screaming gang, gang ain't stand on shit. I'm standing over the body until it go click, click. Up north I'm throwing gun and gang and all my click, clicks ex capo. Even Smoney can vouch though. I ain't never tell you lies, I tell you something I'm not though. Attitude cool, but I can make shit hot though. I'm a demon, plus I'm speeding through the city of potholes. And that's another discussion. Peace nigga hitting fiends in the back box of something. Cause I came up from nothing in this era of hustling. An 8-ball to a half, I gave the streets a concussion. Hard knock where I'm from, play the block where I'm from. You can be tough, and still get shot where I'm from, Queens. Southside to be exact. Be a best friend and turn into attack. Okay.
I'm my mama only son, she know I'm born to win. Flying for the P.O. check, and then I'm going again. They listen to the scriptures I'm writing, deserve a golden pin. I saw Benji on the VIA, I was in the box. They ran down, they thought they had me, you niggas gotta stop. Was in that shit room 4 days, they ain't find a drop. Yeah, it's Jaffe Bling, I promoting me. And I do support the fiends. I told them if they buy enough supply, for the rose and screen. Yeah, this color money like Monopoly. Once I get my foot on your lane, I'm taking your property, pussy. I'm still sticking to the G code. For the case, they was going with Scarpa, I went to Dio. Get money, I don't see those niggas. Jesus.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything that exists has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Shout it out to everybody in the building. Shout it out to everybody in the BUILDING. I think that's how you spell it. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Everybody that asked and concerned. Feeling much better than I feel a little better than I was feeling the day before yesterday and the day before that. So thank God the medicine is working. Last night, the medication they gave me, slept straight through the night. Wasn't doing all the coughing and jumping up and blowing my nose and hacking and all that bullshit. Had a good, decent night's sleep last night. So I appreciate everybody for checking on me. And I appreciate everybody for sending their best wishes. You know, I'm off today. You know, trying to go back to work tomorrow, but I don't think I'm going because I'm still not feeling exactly the way I want to feel. Do me a favor, y'all, and give me the dice cubes if y'all can hear me crystal clear and the audio is good. If I can give a shout out to the people that's acknowledged themselves and made the show known. And maybe for the people that's watching in the bushes, come on out. It's all love because somebody got to do it. I'm going to talk about some things today. I hope people don't get upset, but somebody got to do this shit. Somebody got to do this shit. What I saw and what I'm seeing is just totally disgusting. Appreciate you, always a queen. Appreciate you, Annette. Appreciate you, Whip Wop, Miss Pam. Appreciate all of y'all. Let me get into this roll call. We got always a queen. Y'all already know the godmother's in the building. Miss Annette is here. Brooklyn to the Bronx to Harlem. She's all over the place. Miss Pam, the godmother of the Nile River, is here. 7, she is definitely over here, been holding us down. My man AP is in the building. East New York, the old Brooklyn love. The High Rise, I appreciate you. New member and been holding us down since the other day. I appreciate your contribution and you holding us down and participating with us. Whip Wop 050 is in the building. Salute, salute. You dig what I'm saying? I think I got it. And my band, my brother from another mother, FTC Vice, just pulled up in the building. Whew. How y'all feeling today? Peoples, I see you in the building. Salute, beloved. AP says, shout out the artist, the real beta male. I'm just being honest. Well, you know what, y'all? Open-minded, I see you in the building. Salute. You know what, y'all? The duty of a righteous black man is to civilize a savage. These is facts. Whatever scrutiny comes with it, whatever disrespect comes with it, as long as our seed of civilization is planted, I'll be rewarded from the Most High. There's some things I want to step in and talk about today. And I'm going to do a couple of recaps. I'm going to do a recap off of Melly Mel show yesterday. Shout out to Melly Mel. I don't know why people think I have a problem with Melly Mel. I don't. You want to hear some funny shit about Melly Mel? I remember when the whole scenario happened with me and 050. I remember when China Brim set it up for us to do the show. And it went kind of left. It went kind of left. Shout out to DGR because DGR felt a certain way. Not throwing no shots at nobody. Remember, I had just got on YouTube, so I was just being introduced to the theatrics and the games of YouTube. I didn't know anything about the ups, the downs, the jokes, the plays, none of that nonsense. Shout out to China Brim. I got lined up too. But shout out to Melly Mel. Because Mel really been chilling, minding her business. And I remember when me and her spoke a long time ago. She might not remember this. She might not remember this. I told her, I said, watch the people that you got around you because everybody that's claiming that they fuck with you are not telling you the truth, Mel. I tried to tell her that. You see what Miss Annette said? She said, I remember that shit. Dice trying to pull you into BS. Whip wop, no. He was like, I remember the whole situation. But I'm not here to point no motherfucking fingers at nobody. I'm really not. You know, shout out to DGR. Over the time, because I had a real conversation with DGR. I don't know what he does on YouTube. I don't know what he tells y'all on YouTube, but me and him know what we spoke about on that phone. Me and him know what we spoke about. I don't give a fuck about what niggas be talking about on YouTube. I'm talking about me to him, mono to a mono, man to man. I remember the conversation. I remember the conversation. And Melly Mel, believe it or not, is a loyal person. Cutthroat salute. I used to tell Melly Mel to recognize her importance. I used to tell Melly all the time, like, yo, Mel, all jokes aside, I don't know, you know, because everybody going through shit. Mel got shit that was going on in her life. That's none of our business. Shit, I be having shit that's going on in my life. That's none of y'all business. Everybody, DGR, China Brim, everybody got shit that's going on in their lives that's none of our business unless we decide to open up to speak to y'all about it. Because, you know, everybody needs some good input, especially when we be fucking up. But I told Mel something. I said, yo, Mel, the people you think that's really riding with you, not. But at that particular time, I guess she just thought I was just one of the people coming on YouTube with the same theatrics and the same thoughts. So, fuck Dice. Fuck you. Fuck you, Dice. No problems. But unfortunately, we have seen things unfold in the past couple of months. Especially when people was getting upset about who Melly Mel decided to deal with. Number one, she's a grown woman. If she want to go to Australia, if she want to go to goddamn Yugoslavia, if she want to go to Uganda, if she want to go to Jamaica, if she want to go to Iraq, if she want to go to New York, if she want to go to Mississippi, if she want to go to Louisiana, to see whoever she's comfortable enough with going to see y'all, that's her fucking business. What I noticed is why a lot of dudes are so upset with Mel, it's because a lot of niggas was trying to get pussy. Beautiful girl. A lot of niggas was trying to get pussy, but a bunch of the niggas was just trying to get pussy to say they fuck Melly Mel, and she ain't stupid. So that's why she has her defense mechanisms up. But one thing I gotta say before I start this shit. China Brim did a show the other day. He went crazy. Y'all know he said he had to discipline his kids. You know, he's gonna talk his shit. He's gonna talk his shit. You know, you seen him ruffle a couple of feathers. And I hated to see, I'm gonna keep it funky with y'all. I hated to see Melly Mel and China Brim go through war. I'm gonna keep it funky with y'all. See, I mind my business about a lot of shit. I swear to God, I mind my business about a lot of shit. I know a lot of shit, y'all, but tell you the truth, it's not for me to say. Eve, I see you in the building. But one thing I will say in behalf of China Brim and Melly Mel, Yeah, the other day he did a show. He went crazy. He flipped out, artist, knowledge born, Melly Mel. But I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all may not want to hear this or not, but I got to tell the truth. I might get cursed out for saying this by some people. China know the truth, so he going to be like, facts. Shout out to 050. Somebody tag him. He'll tell you everything I'm saying right now is the fucking truth. So, Melly Mel, if you watching, it was a time I was so upset with you because of our friendship, the rapport that I thought we were having with each other. And I got upset with you because I thought that you could see through the bullshit. But your loyalty, I'm going to always salute you for that. Your loyalty has always been 050. Always. So I can understand her getting upset when she overheard an apparent conversation that may have happened pertaining to her. But I'm going to keep it funky, y'all. I was so upset with Melly. I'm like, yo, China, what the fuck is wrong with her and these niggas getting up on motherfucking stage running their fucking mouth about me? They must don't know who the fuck I am. This is on my mother's grave. I never hug my mother again if I'm lying, y'all. That nigga China G-checked me over Melly Mel. Did he disrespect me? No. But he put his foot down. He said, yo, Big Dice, all jokes aside, he said, you don't know about this YouTube shit. He said, certain things gonna get to you. Certain stuff, yeah. He said, but when it comes to Melly Mel, my right-handed guard, he said, when it comes to Melly Mel, that's one of the queens of the 050. Don't even go with sis like that. Leave that shit alone, Dice. This is a cold-blooded fact. This is a cold-blooded fact. That nigga China was like, Melly Mel is one of the queens of 050. He said, that's the sis, and I fuck with her. He said, it's a lot of shit that you don't know what's going on, Dice, so do me a favor, leave that shit alone, homie. Ron BX, salute. You see how he said? He said, yo, leave that shit alone, homie. And what I did, I respected what he asked. Unfortunately, some information was given to Melly Mel that really upset her. It was supposed to upset her. On some real G shit. It was supposed to upset her because she has rolled for 050. That's a fact. I remember one time when the whole shit was going on, shout out to Harlem Legends. See, y'all don't even know this. That's why I got so mad with Harlem for not listening to me, because I fuck with Harlem. Harlem totally went crazy in the group chat pertaining to that situation between me and Melly Mel. And I told him, I said, chill, son. Even though I appreciated him for speaking up for me because I really didn't know what the fuck was going on. Harlem ain't give a fuck about that shit. That's my word. This was his exact words. Fuck that, Big Dice. You gonna be my protege. Meaning I was gonna be his student as he was giving me some game, as long as, just like China Brim, as far as this YouTube shit. I used to be on the phone with Harlem every fucking day. I was on the phone with Harlem when he was writing his rhymes. When he went to do the first battle. Supreme Shot. I pop a flock of nigga. I been me. I was on the run. I was listening to the bars before y'all ever heard the bars. And if y'all pay attention to that battle, Harlem, I went and checked him and brought him some sprinkles and some bubblegum OG. Harlem never smoked sprinkles before that. So what he do? He wound up smoking the sprinkles before the battle. And y'all seen what happened. This nigga's high out of his motherfucking mind. He even said it on his shows. Man, it's fucking Dice's fault. Because I heard Harlem spit the rhyme to me crystal clear. But when he got up on that motherfucking stage and that goddamn sprinkles hit him, that 43% THC hit him, that nigga said, Supreme Shot. It been me. Hold up. I pop a flock of you niggas. Yo, my mouth is wet. I need some water. Yo, my nigga was so fucking upset and distraught. He said, yo, my mouth is wet. I gotta drink some water instead of saying my mouth is dry. Like Ron BX said, classic material. Supreme shot. I pop a flock of you niggas. It been me. Fire! A lot of niggas ain't catch what he was saying. Supreme shot. I pop a flock of you niggas. It been me. You know, Deb Apney and Bimmy, his brother and sisters. So Bimmy stepped in as the father or the stepfather or the role model for his nephew, Waka Flocka. I pop a flock of you niggas. You didn't catch what he said? I will pop a flock of you niggas. But he still was saying, I will pop a flock of you niggas. Be a father to Waka Flocka. I think that was some of the greatest shit I've ever heard. I ain't gonna front. My man Bleach said, Bleach in your eyes said, choked up for real. But Ron BX said the magic words, he went viral. Because number one, Harlem ain't never been no battle rapper. And that nigga popped up and went crazy. Because if he'd have had that Diddy bop, he'd have won. I'm gonna keep it funky with you because I heard him rock the shit with me. Like he on an iPhone, face to face. Yo, son, how this sound? He was writing this shit down in a black and white composition book. These is facts. He ripping shit out. He looking like the brother and sister when they was singing in motherfucking the 5 Heartbeats. Some people run and get even. Like, you know, they was throwing. That's how Harlem was doing that shit. So shout out to Harlem for that. City Bomber salute. But Harlem, he went at Melly Mel because Harlem back then said he was going to take me under the wing. It was a bunch of people that said, yo, you know what? We going to show Dice what we could do. But all I'm going to say about the situation with China and Melly Mel, did China do a show the other day going crazy? Yep. You know why he did a show the other day going crazy? Keep it funky with y'all because Mel hurt his feelings. China don't be telling y'all everything. Certain things you wouldn't hear him say. That shit hurt his feelings. Along with Knowledge Born, along with Artist Morrison, it hurt his feelings. That nigga did a show. He popped off. But I know it really hurt his feelings when it came to Melly Mel because he really, really always spoke with her. Her, Queen Nairi, Dark Skin Beauty, Queen Mo Fire, Simba, Carla Priest. He's always spoke of these women with the highest of respect. Cola James. I've never heard this man say nothing wrong about you, Mel. Now, could he have said something wrong about you to someone else? Maybe. Maybe. But it's kind of crazy because out of the people on YouTube, he really know me. So for him not to say it to me, just in my opinion, y'all, it's kind of hard to believe. It's kind of hard to believe. So as far as that situation with China Brim and Melly Mel, all jokes aside, I hope that shit resolved. Because Melly rode for China in 050. And he rode for you, Mel. That's a cold-blooded fact. That's the only thing I really wanted to say about that. You dig? Let's go.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? provides knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?
Yo, shout out to my family, my brothers, my cousins, whatever y'all want to call them. I can't even tell you what it is. This is Sekou right here. That's King Kufi. You see what he put up there, y'all? KFB. KFB. That was our crew back in the days. Crazy fucking brothers. KFB, G5G. Shout out to my man Twan and them from Albany Projects. Crazy fucking brothers and getting 5 girls. So let me explain something to y'all. I know I don't look like Billy D. Williams, but I damn sure don't look like Chris Rock. I know I got the fucked up eye and all that. But as my day ones to tell you, women, I've never had a problem getting, but I've always had a problem getting rid of one. These is facts. Yeah. These is facts. I've never had a problem getting one. Man, I never hugged my mother again. My problem always been when I said I don't want to fuck with you no more. Yeah. Yo, cool, I'm lying? Am I lying, say cool? You already said? Facts. Y'all talking about day ones. Ain't nobody alive no more than me about him. Ain't nobody know more about me than him. Nobody. I ain't gonna get into that. Shout out to 050 The Movement. Yo, China, I ain't gonna front. I had to tell him the truth because I told him. When they seen you do that show the other day and you had to, like you said, you theatrically said you took care of your kids. I never told nobody this story. You see how China popped up today? Because a law don't lie. I never told nobody that story. When that whole situation started with me, DGR, and Melly Mel, I called China one day and was ready to flip. I wanted to do a show going at Mel. I was so upset and distraught. Yo, that's my word. The nigga China said to me, chill, homie. That's one of the queens of 050. He said, yo, Dice, leave that shit alone. He said, you don't know what you're doing, homie. Leave that shit alone. Yo, Melly Mel, Sister Nari, Dark Skin Beauty, Carla Priest, Simba, what's her name? Queen Mofire, Cola James. That man ain't never did nothing but spoke highly of all of y'all. And I know Mel might have been upset when she heard certain things. But I was always told, no disrespect intended to nobody, but you got to pay attention to who you get the motherfucking information from. The information is as valid as the person you get it from. That's just how people maneuver today, especially on these YouTube streets. When it came to Melly Mel, conversation with China talking to me, yo, Mel, that man ain't do nothing but hold you down. Like I said, he even G-checked me about you. And people swear to God, I got something. I ain't got nothing against that woman. The man even G-checked me about Mel. So I think, Mel, just pay attention to where you're getting your information from. I'm not throwing no shots at nobody. I don't know what China has said to anyone else, but I know he ain't never said it to me. And these is facts. And I don't play with my mother. I don't play with my mother. But I seen some... Okay, Dice, saying all that, but she allows someone to step on a platform and disrespect him, so who's right if you're saying he did all the shows of love? You got a cold-blooded fact, but you know what I learned in that? That's why I told you it's the duty of a righteous man to civilize a savage. Yeah, you know what I learned about this YouTube shit? When China did the show the other day, nigga, whether he want to say it or not, or whether he want to express it, or whether y'all want to hear it like that, that upset him. That hurts a person's feelings. Just like when Mel went up there and she allowed someone to come up there that everybody know China is not eye to eye with at this particular time because her feelings were hurt. I keep telling you, people pay attention to the explosion. I pay attention to what made the explosion happen. See, I already know the explosion is there. That's bad. But I be trying to figure out what made the explosion go off. See, you got to light a bomb. You have to light a Maltese Falcon. You have to strike the ground to make sure there's some type of spark. That's what I pay attention to, because people look for the explosion. I be trying to see what the fuck started the problem. So yeah, China did his show the other day. Bugging out, joking, screaming on everybody, laughing, joking. You see how he did artists, but he fuck with him. Not one time did he disrespect his wife. There's a bunch of beef going on right now because of a conversation, an idea that came up about the 10 greatest YouTubers, 10 greatest legends. Shout out to Artist Morrison. I even made the list. If you pay attention to what he said, if you watch the 10 legends, he told you exactly how he felt about the people and why he gave them the legends, but it seemed like he also was saying to you how much he admired them. I don't know what it is why people think they have to get on YouTube and disrespect each other, because yeah, China got some blame with that too. Because if I watch the old 050 shows, China was a goddamn animal. But I get more amusement now out of the new 050 shows, because they be jokes. The old 050, China exposed a lot of shit. Do I agree with what he do? I'm not going to say yes or no. That's his platform. But I know he can handle anything that approach him. I've seen a lot of niggas try to follow his format, and if it come to rocking and rolling in the street, a lot of you niggas, I can see through you. You niggas is running. You niggas is not going to pop off. You niggas don't know what to do. You don't know how to spot when niggas is about to pop up on you. You don't know the do's and the ins and outs about certain shit. You was just chasing clout. Pay attention to the shows from when he asked everybody to come through on a peace treaty. Pay attention to the shows after that. She said, but that's how 050 started and everyone was down with it. Now the tables turn on everyone in their feelings. When China first came to YouTube, a lot of y'all don't even know he was telling y'all he was God body. Let's see how many of y'all remember that. I had to do my history. When he came as God, like he said, China ain't had the patience to wait for the motherfucking crowd. China said, I'm going to get this shit popping by any motherfucking means necessary. 050, the movement, that shit is legendary. I don't give a fuck what niggas is talking about. That shit is in jail, in the streets, up north, down south, biggity boogity, Louisiana. That shit is everywhere. I was at my aunt's house a few months ago. I'm on the phone with Harlem. My motherfucking cousin said, that's Harlem Legend from YouTube? That be with China? Yo, that shit fucked me up. That shit fucked me up. We at my aunt Juke joint. These niggas talking about China and Harlem. My cousin Rody going, man, bo, that nigga Hardy crazy, bo. He said, Harlem Legend crazy, bo. He said, man, I don't know how he be doing it to niggas like that, bo. Goddamn, he said, yo, your man China crazy, bo. So these niggas started asking me questions. I'm like, I just met Harlem, but China's crazy. He got the shit popping. All that beefing, all that stupid ass shit, we lose El Campo. Some of you dumbass niggas had the nerve to say China, myself, Wax AP was responsible for his death. The people that said that, I pray for y'all. I'm not even upset for you. I swear to my mother's God, I'm not upset with y'all because I understand the rules of YouTube now. When I heard some of the things y'all said when Carper passed away, about me, China, and Wax. When I seen certain YouTube content creators promote false narratives, insinuating certain things, that shit made me look at this shit like it was crazy. But that was men, y'all. So you know we gonna get accused for being stupid. China almost got this shit back to peaceful shit, but check what's going on now. Now it's our women. Now it's our women. I'm going to do a couple of recaps tonight. Shout out to Artist Morrison. Shout out to Tizzle Tay. And the reason why I'm speaking to Tizzle Tay is because Tay asked me, and I'm going to keep that in mind. What did I feel as though she was doing wrong, and what could she do better? And what could she do better? Strong woman, mother of 7, holding down artists. You know he crazy. That's a job in its own. Entrepreneur, bar / restaurant. Like she tell everybody, I'm straight from the hood, I'm gutter. And something she said last night, she has a heart of platinum, and I believe that. You can tell she has a heart of platinum because she's very passionate. Just like artists. But unfortunately, our curiosity or interest in certain things pertaining to YouTube is overwhelming our senses of respect when it comes to people's feelings. I think we need to start watching television again. Some people wake up to watch YouTube, want to watch YouTube, want to watch YouTube. I think you need to go outside. I think you need to read a book. Watch some cartoons. You know, every now and then I watch Looney Tunes. I may watch the Smurfs, He-Man, Voltron, Sequest, Woody Woodpecker, Mighty Mouse, Thundercats. You see what China said? The women going crazier than the men now. That's so sad. I'm going to do some recaps tonight. Tizzle Tay. You and Melly Mel should really leave that shit alone because number one, Tizzle, I got to tell you something. You were wrong. You were wrong. Because certain things that Melly Mel said, I gotta be non-biased. This is why I told y'all the dark questions is bad. And now I'm gonna say what I really wanted to say. The dark questions are bad. The reason why it's bad, because Tizzle asked the question pertaining to Melly Mel and DGR. Do I understand what Tizzle said in her response? Do I believe that she wasn't trying to be malicious? She was just interested in something because Melly Mel and DGR is a big, or was a big topic at one particular time on YouTube? I believe that. But was it intrusive? Yes, it was. I want to go over some things from yesterday. Fair YouTube usage. We're going to go get into Melly Mel quick. I want to go over some things with our women right now. Let's go.
I gotta be a fucking dog, a fucking pit bull. Hey, Chopper. she talking about her phone fucked up. She can't hit the link.
What y'all are hearing is Melly Mel talking to Tizzle Tay from her show yesterday. Let's go.
I'm not gonna be biased, whether she a boss or not, nigga. We don't give a fuck. She was supposed to hit the link half an hour ago. We still waiting for her to hit the link. I'm not making it bigger than what the fuck it is, nigga. She said she was going to hit the link. She was in this chat going back and forth for the last 30. Nigga, we just calling out the obvious. She was going back and forth in this chat for the last 30 minutes while she's at work with no problem. But now when it's time to hit the link, it's a problem with her hitting the link. The link don't work. She's at work and all this other shit. Nigga, we just calling it out how the fuck we see it. Nigga, you said you keep it real, right? All right, that's the real. The fuck is we talking about? What are we doing? Finna sit up here and play the flute, nigga.
Now, Melly Mel was upset. She had the right to be, like I said, because people were speaking about things that had nothing to do with them. But it was an interesting question. It was an interesting question, but it doesn't mean it was a question that was supposed to be asked. That's something that if you were speaking to Mel on the phone or on the gram or something like that, maybe it would be a better time to be like, yo, is XYZ and you an item? But when we start coming on these platforms and talking about certain things that the host of the platform doesn't want to talk about, that's causing a problem. I want y'all to pay attention to this conversation between these two. Let's go. But if you notice, artist came up first.
Fuck it, we can move on. Fuck it, we can move on.
Fair YouTube usage.
She ain't got to pull up. She at work. Artist, I hope you're not about to come up here, nigga.
Nah, I want you to say something for real. Because now I really see that you really try to make it bigger than what it is. She can't the link. My wife is at work. She owns a bar. She texts it. It's easier to text, but the Wi-Fi not that popping. Tizzle will pull up. I promise you that. I put that on guard.
Okay.
But
So,
now you're making it big. Oh, now they want to pull up. No, just wait or leave it alone. Because you make it seem like she's scared. Tizzle will pull up. I promise you
I
that.
didn't say she was scared.
My wife don't be on YouTube like a lot of females. She don't care. We just
I
broke the
didn't say
fucking
that
bar
she
that
was
cost $50,000. We still working on bills.
That's where artist was wrong. That's where artist was wrong. The reason why I'm saying that's where you were wrong is because you did say that the reason why you have your wife with you on YouTube is if a female was to get involved with your business, you could fall back and she can handle it. Do I agree with that? No. No. Do I agree with anyone using their partner? Do I agree with Tizzle Tay if she's arguing with a man, going to call artists and having him come up and argue with a man? Do I agree with that? No. Do I agree with Artist Morrison arguing with the woman and then she says, hold on for a minute, I'm going to call my wife and she's going to come check you? Do I agree with that? No. But when artist came up there, he came up in defense for his woman. Shout out to the Morrisons. If y'all don't understand, they're overprotective about themselves. And certain things that are being expressed now on YouTube, like Behind the Bar, he did a show pertaining to some things that happened between artists and his wife. This is why people are being so lured to the situation with artists and Tizzle, is because of things like this. Let's go.
My
say that
wife
she
working. No, but the way you using it is like it's the tactics. Just say I'm gonna wait until she's at.
I'm just keeping
You
it
just
stat.
said it's for the women, right? So why you couldn't be a woman and say she's
Yeah,
at work? I
and
give her
I'm just
time.
keeping it.
Like,
And
yo,
I'm
you in the
just
chat, but that's not
okay.
cool.
She been in the chat for the last half an hour while she was at work.
Yo, do you have a job? It's easy to text.
Yes.
But when you jump on live, sometimes you don't have that same shit.
I can never be on my phone at work. That's why y'all don't see me during
No,
the
because
day.
you're not a boss. You're not a boss, probably. But she
I don't
pulled
have
up
to
though.
be a boss.
I make an example. She could pull up
I
at
don't
work.
have to be a boss,
It's just
and I am a boss.
I ain't gonna lie to you, Melly. That's not cool. Wow.
How is that not cool?
Wow.
Nigga, she's in the chat while she's at work. Okay, let's just be rational.
No, Melly, you could be in the chat, but she pulled up though. You just couldn't hear her.
Okay, and I couldn't
you act
hear
like she
her.
didn't pull up.
And now,
You know what this is, y'all? This God working. That's God working. Everybody listening to this. That's God working. Number one, I don't know what's been going on, my little nigga artists lately, coming at people and flipping on people and screaming out certain things. I'm still praying for them. But God knows what everybody's thinking. The little back and forth he was going through with China, artists wanted to make sure that he had, I guess, more ammunition with YouTube comparisons. So him and China going through whatever, he told Melly Mel he wants her to come on his show with the dark questions and stuff like that. To purposely ask her about things pertaining to China Brim. The show ain't even happened yet, but I'm telling you this, I can prophesize the shit. Because all this time that Melly was on YouTube, I've never seen artists so interested in having her on his show, knowing what comes with that show. Shout out to it. But it's a dangerous, dangerous show. Y'all keep forgetting. Playing with people's feelings is dangerous, man. Not just when it comes to cheating on somebody. Disrespecting somebody that has been nothing but respectful and loyal to you. Betraying somebody that's been nothing but respectful and loyal to you is very fucking dangerous. It's very dangerous. People be asking me how I be knowing certain stuff because I be like in tune and I watch things, and through the experiences in my life, people be saying they in love with each other, but love has a lot to do with respect. Love has to do with respecting someone, cherishing someone, understanding someone, and accepting someone for who they are. That's love. Respecting, being mindful of things that you do that could hurt that person, cherishing, trying to make sure that every second of their life or your life together is pleasant. That's real love. The part of respect when it comes to love is respecting the boundary of the man and the woman. It's just like if we doing something crazy and the lady that we dealing with say, yo, babe, I want you to stop doing that. If we really care and respect about her, we're going to stop doing it because we know it upset her. Same thing with us. We tell our ladies, you know what I'm saying? Yo, check this out. Chill with that shit, yo. See me, that's why I'm so stubborn. Because I'm not going to do the back and forth. You're not going to tell me, so what? I hear that come out of a lot of women's mouths. So what? I'm grown. So what? You grown. You know what I noticed about a lot of things I'm seeing on YouTube? Just like myself, I had to deal with this. A lot of us are still suffering from things we went through as kids. that we never overcame because we didn't figure out why it bothered us and affected us so much when we were children. I don't know if you want to hear it, but it's the truth. Certain times, ladies, you can say something to us that can push us back to a time where our mother would have said something to us that made us feel insecure about who we were as their child. Matter of fact, who we are as human beings. Our parents, our mothers have said things out of anger, out of frustration, at times where some of us have questioned if our mothers really loved us. So that's a stigma that some men never outlive. They could be 40, 50, 60 years old. The woman that they care about, because whether people want to admit it or not, usually when a man dates a woman, it's because of the characteristics that was embedded in his heart by his mother or his grandmother. You don't notice sometimes, ladies, you might have met a man and he might have said something to you like, damn, that's something my grandmother said. Damn, that's something my moms used to say. The way you cook, ladies, damn, this shit tastes like my grandmother's lasagna. Damn, this tastes like my mom's fried chicken. See, pay attention. A man looking for a mother to take care of him is a goddamn fool. But a man that finds a woman with his mother's greatest attributes is a king. Because when we taste that food, it's not that the recipe resembles our mother or grandmother recipe. It's that the love was put into the meal. And when we bite into the food and ingest the food, we recognize that the food is not bland because the woman that prepared it for us took the time to season it. Took the time to pamper and cater to our men, to your men. See, that's what our mothers used to do to us. That's what our mothers used to do to us when we was younger, fellas. How many pancakes you want today? I want 2 of them. I don't want that one. I want that one. I don't want no cheese in my eggs. I don't want my eggs scrambled. Can you put some toast and butter on my jelly, Mom? The compassion and love that our mothers showed us growing up is what we search for without even saying it. So if we had the mother that didn't give us no real breakfast, that said, drink some motherfucking orange juice and a piece of toast, we usually gonna find ourselves laying with a chick like that. Egypt, calm down. Excuse me, y'all. This dog is crazy. Let me go to a break. Because she's out of her mind. For real. She hates motorcycles. Let's go.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, and he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of minds be cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes, like was that smart? Now they uploading their clothes on the Poshmark. Switch, baby, careful with this. I mean, this bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like, high from who? Bound to put your car on skates. You think you sliding through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's a jungle where I'm from. What y'all want to do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told.
I want y'all to pay attention to what I'm hearing. I'm so disappointed in certain things that certain people went through that they don't even understand what they're projecting to the world, what type of energy they're giving out, and what type of description that they're telling. I want y'all to listen to this right quick. This is what it's getting to with our peoples.
It's a problem. You have to be rational, artists.
You know what, Melly? Copy. Melly, copy. Wow. I told you, you got put in a trick bag. You got put in a trick bag.
Now it's I got put in the trick bag. Now I got put in the trick bag.
All this happened because Shy Banks put that said you money.
For calling out to you. Nigga, I stuck up for you in that situation. What do you mean?
I never said you did. I'm basically saying it.
I stuck up for you in that situation.
I'm basically saying.
What are you talking about?
I'm basically saying we had something going on until Shy Banks hit you up, talking about money, and now look where we at.
I already told you.
All right.
I was still do the interview. I told you that. But Tizzle got her ass up in this chat and said, if it's all this trouble, forget the interview. Okay, then forget the interview. Then she said that, nigga.
All right, but at the end of the day, when she said that,
like you talking about,
like you were saying in the beginning, we women, right? So when she say that, ask her, talk about her man.
No.
Melly Mel. Wow.
You don't need to speak for Tizzle. Let Tizzle speak for herself.
Copy. She gonna go live at 10.
Yeah. Okay. Well, she could go live. I won't be over there. But yeah, let her speak for herself. Let her speak for herself. I won't be over there. Let her speak for herself.
Shy Banks, you good?
Let her speak for herself. Fuck is we talking about? Yeah. Now
she got 100%. She's 100% right. She's 100% right. Mel felt as though if the problem was with her and Tizzle, they should be able to talk to each other like women. But unfortunately, this all came from, like Artist said, Shy Banks putting them in a trick bag. If y'all remember, Shy Banks put me in a trick bag one time. I'm in motherfucking Mikey B chat when I first got on YouTube. Shy Banks is in there using a fake 10 Toes Down account coming at me crazy. I done went and did a live with shit. I'm talking to 10 Toes, don't even know that ain't even 10 Toes that was talking to me. Then a nigga Shy Banks came over here and said, yo, Dice, I was just fucking with you. I put you in a trick bag. Break bread, ho. I wanted to kill Shy Banks, y'all. I wanted to grab him by his ears and bite his nose off. And then I started laughing. Pay attention. Shy Banks tells everybody, I'm going to try to put you in a trick bag. That's his relevance. That's how he stays alive. That's how he gets his following. That's how he feels as though with his creativity. That's his right. When you fall for the trick bag, this is what Artist was talking about. See, Shy Banks know that Artist wanted that interview with Melly Mel real bad because it seems like Artist was trying to get the interview to go with China Brim. Do I think Artist is against China Brim? No. In Artist's mind, he has this thing that China told him, in order to win, you have to go to the top. China ain't talking about him. Do Artist say some crazy things that I don't understand why he would say it? Yes. The only person would be able to really answer why he does that is him. But you know what? I blame some of the people on YouTube. I blame some of the people on YouTube because when he does certain things, this is when y'all crowd over to his chat and encourage him to continue doing things that might not look real solid on his behalf. But since people are looking at this like entertainment, some of y'all have to understand, Artist's not playing with this shit. This shit really, he lived for this shit. And he's a very passionate person. He's a very passionate person. Behind the Paw put up a scene with him and Tizzle arguing or whatever like that. And Tizzle, I gotta respect what she said. She said, motherfuckers is mad because we was arguing. Yeah, we go through shit just like everybody else. Facts. But that's not what y'all present to the world. See, y'all got to pay attention to what y'all say to the world. When y'all do these shows and y'all get together and say, oh, I love him and he loves me, we don't even argue. We don't be going through nothing. But then when we see certain things like that, and then when artist says of past situations y'all been through, that is domestic violence. It's so fucked up that it had to get to the fact where Maine had to say of artists allegedly getting stabbed by Tizzle. I thought the nigga was just joking. Artist came in the chat and said, yeah, she did stab me. Facts. That's domestic violence. That's domestic violence. We are going through so much, we're scared to leave each other alone because no disrespect intended to nobody in here. If you stab me, I never want to be with you again. If you stab me, I never want to be with you again. And ladies, if you're dealing with a man that stabbed you, I pray for you. Number one, people don't know why people get stabbed. But I know one thing, to stab somebody, to shoot somebody, to attempt to kill somebody, to hit somebody with a car, whatever you want to call it, somebody had to do something that enraged you, whether it was truth or facts. That type of information is not supposed to be on YouTube. And then when these people put this information out, y'all allow these people to come on your platform and have conversations with them. That's not normal. Shout out to Queen Jayla. I don't really understand certain things pertaining to me and Queen Jayla, but I gotta shout her out. You know why I shout Jayla out? Because of her fucking loyalty. Because of her fucking loyalty. That woman right there, I may not agree with how she says things or move, but I do respect her motherfucking loyalty. I mean, her loyalty, A1 Brooklyn shit. Because I heard her last night on the show, and she was trying to diffuse the situation, but she was also up there to support her friend. I want y'all to pay attention to what our conversations are coming through between our women. And y'all tell me, to the ladies that's in the building, how y'all feel about it. Y'all ready? Fair YouTube usage.
To speak for herself. Clock it. She couldn't get up here because she's at work and this, all right, cool. Well, she shouldn't have been in the motherfucking chat for the last 30 minutes going back and forth to fucking defend you, herself, or anybody else if she was at fucking work. Clock it. She worked for herself. Well, she should have been able to go in her motherfucking office, close the door, tell whoever the fuck she got in charge to make sure shit's running right so that she can handle whatever the fuck she need to handle. That would have been that. I don't want to hear none of that shit because y'all really be fucking doing all of this extra shit on the internet about bosses. We don't give a fuck about nobody being bosses on this app. We don't care. What you eat don't make me shit. Let's be clear.
Hello?
Mm-hmm.
Hello? So
Yes.
What's the problem, Melly Mel? So first of all, let me say this. Give me 1 second. Let me say this, right? I hit the link. First of all, I'm closing out my job. That's one.
Okay.
I still tried to hit the link because of the simple fact that my name. It was not working. I tried it 30 times. It was not working. I said, hold on, the service in here is bad. I'm not going to, if I'm doing something, if I'm closing out the store, if I'm doing something, I'm not going to just rush. That's why I said, give me a second. I'll be there. The service is bad. Even walking home for whatever reason, it couldn't. Now I'm home. I still couldn't pull up on mine. That's why I pulled up on Artists.
Okay.
So I really don't see the riff raff on all of this extra shit. That's crazy.
Okay, so now we're here. So
the hell?
Now, the situation was what it was. It was Shy Banks putting money up for artists not to do the interview on Friday. Correct? Now, where we're at now, if you feel like it's so much of a problem, then we could skip the interview.
I never said it was a problem. If you was paying
You
attention to
did,
the chat,
though.
no, I didn't. What I said, what's all this about? First of all, I heard you say, oh, if I work, I can't be in the chat. I came in your chat to show love. That's what I did. That's why I came in your chat. When I came in your chat, I see my name. So I'm like, what the hell is going on here? I have every right to ask that
You
because
do
I'm not
have a
even
right
here.
to defend yourself.
Now, number two.
This is the thing. Artists got into a pissing match with Shy. That had nothing to do with pretty much me. Niggas wanted to put their money where their mouth was. So we was asking like, okay, well, put your money where your mouth is. Now, why do you feel so strongly like, okay, well, if it's about this and it's about that, you ain't even got to do the interview if it's that much trouble.
Why the hell motherfuckers want to pay you to not do the interview? Is it ever that serious? That was my issue. That's what I said. I didn't say it in a disrespectful manner. I said it on some real big shit. At the end of the day, if niggas is going hard ready to pay you so she won't do the interview, then just don't do the shit. That's all I was saying. I didn't say it to try to pay you or nobody.
And I was cool with that too. But artists came up here.
It didn't seem like you was cool because you was talking crazy, coming off being mad disrespectful. Like come on.
Come off being disrespectful when I told
this live,
that they had to put
I'm talking about when you were saying my name.
Yeah.
No. I'm talking about when you were saying my name. You was coming off too hard for what? That was my thing.
Yeah, I did.
All right, so and I'm here. You thinking I was not gonna pull up? Ain't nobody ever gonna call my name and I'm not gonna hit a link. I'm never not gonna not hit a link.
Yeah, I did.
Then you kept switching up. 1 minute you talking crazy, then you like, oh, I want to talk woman talk. So I'm confused here. What we doing?
Yeah, and we still talking woman to woman, but it seemed like every time you was
after the fact,
and you've been in the chat for the last 30 minutes at your job.
I can do that. I can do that. What's wrong? Because you can't do it, don't mean I.
Now, you know the crazy part about all this right now, y'all? You got two sisters arguing about Shy Banks putting them in a trick bag. Artist was 100% right. Shout out to Shy Banks. Don't say I'm shouting him out because I agree with this shit. I got to shout the nigga out because he did it again. The nigga had Artist so upset the other night because he told Artist that he drove past his house. Artist said, you ain't drive past my crib because I was outside 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. We was cooking out. It was things going on the block. So we would have seen a strange vehicle. So Shy Banks told him, he said, nigga, it's just you two. Artist still flipped out talking about, yo, tell me what time you came through the block. I'm telling you, you lying. Why you ain't ring the bell? Shy Banks saying to him, nigga, you done fell for the trick bag. Break bread, ho. Now, because Artist Morrison wanted the interview with Melly Mel with anticipation to bring people in to hear him ask dark questions about 050, he probably would have threw in some DGR questions too. Shy Banks pops up and says, yo, Melly Mel. You see what Key said? Straight Brooklyn shit she told y'all. Fell for the banana in the tailpipe. The nigga Shy pull up, break bread, ho. Walaikum salam, OG, peace to the God. This right here is what's bugging me out. Y'all didn't see this? Melly Mel, Artist, Tizzle, watch this show. Queen Jailer, pay attention to this show. I'm not shooting at nobody. I'm just trying to give y'all some big dice 101. I keep telling y'all I'm Sharon McLeod's son. I don't know how y'all ain't see this. Shy came up and threw the 52 fake out on you and threw the split-fingered fastball. You was looking for the fastball. He threw the split-fingered fastball that made it dip to the left. He did it to have viral moments of making people clash. He's been doing it since he been on YouTube. Like Mr. Net said earlier, I didn't post it up. She said, Dice, I done been through to watch all this circus shit. She know, you heard what she said? 100. Didn't you see? First of all, Shy Banks never had no fucking intentions on paying Melly Mel anything. He came up there to initiate the trick the bag. I say, flip the trick bag. What do you say? He did that to get artists upset. Because him and artists have been going at each other on YouTube since artists was already ready to tear his head off pertaining to shit because of Tizzle. Artist is not thinking clearly, so now he's upset with Melly Mel because Melly Mel and artists have built a rapport within each other. And now he's upset because artist feels as though, yo, Mel, how you even listen to this nigga and me and you cool? That nigga Sha Banks is something special. He laid the trick bag down. Number one, if Sha is not feeling artists at this particular moment, let's say that comes to pass. I pray it do, alhamdulillah. Say they do get past that bullshit. Say artist recognizes that this is just Sha's way of saying, yo, I fuck with you. Break bread, ho. Sha, put me in the trick bag. Sha done made M's about me. And then one day Sha bumped into some people that know me and know the same people. And Sha was like, yo, Dice, you know XYZ? I'm like, yes. He said, man, I ain't fucking with you no more, Dice. We good. And it wasn't because of no sucker shit. Sha Banks is the king of the trick bag. Always a queen salute. He's the queen. He's the king of the trick bag, ho. Break bread, ho. If you notice when Sha came over here the other night, he said, yo, I ain't even coming in no malice. I liked it and I already shared it. Shit just going out of hand. He's telling you that he just bullshit. Artist figured it out at the end. He was like, yo, Mel, hold up. How am I supposed to be doing this? He's supposed to be putting the money up. Like Annette said, then he sat back while they argued. Let's get into a little more of this conversation, y'all. Let's look at how our women are going at each other. Fair YouTube, right? Over this YouTube, over Sha Banks, the trick bag. But pay attention.
I can't do it. Now, what's the reason that you wanted Tizzle to hit the link? I'm here now. I'm here now.
That's why I said what I said. All right, so since you want to get into, all right, since you're here now, all right, let's get into it then. So in that whole light side, dark side shit with DGR, why was you sitting up there?
Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention. Pay attention to see where this... See, y'all pay attention to the explosion. I pay attention to where it started. I gotta be fair right now. This shit would bother me. That's like if somebody did an interview and say Lady K, say Keish got up on the interview and they say, yo, is you fucking Dice? The person don't know me, don't know Keish, none of that. But they so interested in the ooh and the ah, they ask this question that's so intrusive. Yo, Keish, you fucking Dice? First thing Keish want to know is, what the fuck that got to do with you? So pay attention to what Melly Mel said. Why are people so interested, whatever may have transpired between her and DGR, even though she just advocated fully to the fullest that they were just friends. But pay attention to where all this came from, y'all. This shit gets deep.
Yeah, I have every right to ask that
you
because
do
I'm not
have a
even
right
here.
to defend yourself.
No,
But
number two.
This is the thing. Artists got into a pissing match with Sha. That had nothing to do with pretty much me. Niggas wanted to put their money where their mouth was. So we was asking like, okay, well, put your money where your mouth is. Now, why do you feel so strongly like, okay, well, if it's about this and it's about that, you ain't even got to do the interview if it's that much trouble. What's the
Why
problem?
the hell motherfuckers want to pay you to not do the interview? Is it ever that serious? That was my issue. That's what I said. I didn't say it in a disrespectful manner. I said it on some real big shit. At the end of the day, if niggas is going hard ready to pay you so she won't do the interview, then just don't do the shit. That's what I was saying. I didn't say it to try to pay you or nobody.
And I was cool with that too, but artists came up here.
It didn't seem like you was cool because you was talking crazy, coming off being mad disrespectful. Like come on.
Come off being disrespectful when I told niggas that they had to put
I'm
their
talking
money
about when you were saying
Always the Queen said it when Melly Mel said it. Everybody's business is not your business. This is cold-blooded facts. These is cold-blooded facts. Stop allowing certain things to get on YouTube that's interesting to people that are already interested in you. Did that make some sense? Stop letting things get to YouTube that interest people that are already interested in you. If you sleep naked, they want to know it. If you fucking boys, they want to know it. If you fucking dogs, they want to know it. If you fucking cats, they want to know it. If you fucking goldfish, they want to know it. If you fucking women, they want to know it. If you got a job, they want to know it. If you're selling drugs, they want to know it. If you're on drugs, they want to know it. If you love your mother, they want to know it. If you love your father, they want to know it. If you were sexually assaulted, they want to know it. If you got children, they want to know it. Pay attention to the information y'all allow people to know on YouTube. I'm going to keep it funky. Y'all may not even believe this when I say this, and this is on my mother's soul. When I saw the unfold of Melly Mel and DGR starting to go their separate ways, that shit kind of upset me. Egypt style. The reason why that upset me, people wouldn't even believe this, is because even though they had a confused friendship, they were friends. The loyalty between them should have never been crossed. Whatever was said, whatever was done between him and her should have never been exposed to no one. Whatever she entrusted him with hearing was supposed to go from his ears to God's ears. Same thing, vice versa. And their friendship, I watched YouTube destroy. See, I'm a sucker for friendship. I've always I told you this from Artist and Velo. I told you this from Wax in China. I'm a sucker for friendship. Because if I'd have been around Wax and he'd have been like, yo, I'm about to kill you, man. Or if I'd have heard China saying, yo, Dice, you around Wax? Fuck that, I'm about to murder you, man. Let me find out we can get this nigga. Never one of them said no things like that. See, this is what Wax was saying. Damn, man, I kind of miss that stupid ass nigga, but he's just too stubborn. I'm telling China, yo, that man ain't saying nothing bad. China, he's so goddamn stubborn. He like, yeah, all right, my nigga. I don't even want to talk about that shit, homie, but you know what? You doing you. So that right there let me know that these are two people that have been separated because of others. Because of others. Whether Wax is getting on my nerves or whether China is getting on my nerves, I made sure that them niggas spoke again. I take credit for that. The shit I did from behind the scenes, because both of them niggas is ignorant and both of them niggas is stubborn, just like me. Don't exclude me, y'all. Fuck it, we like the Three Amigos when it come to that shit, but we all got great hearts. We've all made some fucked up, detrimental mistakes. Yes, we have. All of our hearts are purer than a lot of people y'all praise. All of our hearts are pure. I bet you we'll see heaven before a bunch of you motherfuckers will. And I'm not talking about in the physical form. I'm talking about when Allah calls us home. I promise you that me, Wax, and China will see heaven way before y'all. These is facts. These is facts. Because you're not judged for your actions. You're judged for your intentions. Now, I'm not going to go back into that conversation between Melly Mel and Tizzle because it upset me. But look how Sha Banks dropping the trick bag got our sisters now at fucking war. Because you know Tizzle, she had a bunch of stuff more to say. Melly had a bunch of stuff more to say. I'm not going to get into it. But let me explain something to you. Shout out to motherfucking Tizzle for being a human being. What I'm upset about with you, Tizzle, is you went live to talk about it. This is what we need to start understanding. If you left a platform with somebody and you feel as though y'all are angry, that don't mean to go live and go disrespect and throw more oil on the fire. How about calm down for a second? Because Jayla was there. She's supportive. It would have been better if you'd have sat on the phone all night and been like, yo, bitch, you know what this bitch tried to do? Yo, bitch, fuck that bitch. You know how we do. We roll on a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Some Thelma and Louise shit. Truth be told, speaking to you like a big bro. Truth be told, you and Jayla, y'all sit up and talk y'all shit amongst y'all that you know will never be heard by nobody. Check this out. You and your homegirl sitting up talking y'all rap. Fuck that bitch this, fuck that bitch that, fuck that bitch this. Same thing. Melly Mel call her peoples. Oh, fuck this bitch, fuck that, put that bitch this, fuck this bitch, bitch, fat, put that bitch. Keep talking to each other and keeping it off the internet. Once the internet is involved, we got people that's coming to see what this one said. Then this one's going to tell what this one said. Then this one's going to play a video off of this one said. Then this one, because look what it turned up to, y'all. Look what it turned up to, because Tizzle, you know she had her thing to say. Let's go. Fair YouTube usage.
Present someone
Right,
with
Green Eyes.
any type of business decision, and then for no matter what, someone else can come out and say buy you out. Like that's not good. That's
Hello, for
unethical,
$300 though.
and that's no
Sis,
money. Like, that ain't no
sis,
money.
my kids stay in a TikTok shop.
Groceries, my
Sis,
fucking
you know
groceries
this.
was that bitch the other day.
What?
It wasn't even that. Let me tell you something. The girl wanted to talk to you, and my thing is, Tizzle was open for that. That's the shit I'm not open to.
Always.
Tizzle is mad cool with everybody. Like you ain't have to go do it in that manner. And then the other thing is, you know, if you want to express, yo, a lot of people, y'all got to put these drugs and alcohols and all that down, because you
Sis,
got to
that
make
bitch
sense of
fucked up
it.
a free
That shit look like
interview
a drunk man.
over
Yeah,
money
that's
that she ain't even get yet, sis.
don't say nothing about Jayla. Don't. Go ahead, sis. Go ahead.
That bitch
Amen.
fucked
Go
up a
ahead.
free interview. She never.
Shout out to Queen Jayla. Do I agree with certain things? Nope. Do I agree with her loyalty? Yep. Yep. She does have her little Brooklyn way. She got her little instigator style to her. You know, she that little mosquito that that motherfucking mosquito that's gonna bite your ass on the crevice of your toe. You know that mosquito that'll bite you in the center of your finger or your knuckle? You ever got bit by a mosquito on your motherfucking knuckle? It's irritating. Shout out to Queen Jayla. She but when she comes up, she did some real honorable shit. If you pay attention to what Jayla was doing, she gonna support her girl. She gonna support her sister. But she was really trying to be the logical one to de-escalate the situation. See, I ain't gonna throw no stones at nobody that ain't throw no stones at me. Even if I don't agree with certain things that you do. Me and your misunderstandings is because of me and your misunderstandings. But I'm not gonna jump on nobody's side against you knowing they wrong. See, that's the difference between me and some people. I'm not lining up with the wrong side, never. I don't care if I may not agree with the way you think. You think I'm gonna get on somebody's side or ride for somebody just because you're the person they talking about? That's fake. That's fake. Let's get into this work, y'all. Fair YouTube usage.
Charge artists for the interview. So when Sha Banks came up there talking about I'll pay you for the interview, this and the third, to not do the interview,
And
artist
that's
said I'll
weird.
match his. That's
That
what artist said.
backdoor
How the
shit,
fuck
yo.
is artist gonna match anything, sis, if nothing was put up?
Did y'all pay attention? Shout out to Tizzle Tay. She caught it. She said Sha Banks came up there and offered Melly Mel an amount of money not to do an interview. So what artist said was, check this out, if he's going to give you $300 not to do the interview, fuck that, I'm going to double it. No, excuse me. If you're going to give you $150 not to do the interview, fuck that, I'm going to double it. I give you $300. Artist stood up and said, yo, I'm going to match it. We talking that getting money shit. What's what we doing? But Sha Banks already dropped the trick bag. He wasn't trying to send nobody no fucking money. That was the trick bag, ho. Break bread, ho. He set the explosion off because that's what Sha do. If you feed into it, you a dummy. If you fall into it, you're insane. But you got to support his what? Theatrics, because that's his creativity. Whether we agree with it or not, that's his creativity. I bet everything our life, Sha Banks did not go past their house. And I'm not saying that because Sha no sucker or artist is tough or artist is a sucker and Sha is tough. No, I'm saying it is because he did it because he knew artists would go, that's a total insult to an official cat. Artists be like, yo, you crazy? What you mean you came to my house, nigga? He knew that would get under artist's skin. He knew that would get under artist's skin. He put him in a trick bag. Artist so motherfucking mad because artist as a man knows how he feels about the protection of his home and his family. He like, yo, check this out, man. Niggas ain't coming to my motherfucking crib. Me and my son was outside till like 3 in the morning. Fuck y'all talking about. But Sha Banks got him in a trick bag. This is YouTube. Look what all this came to, y'all. Remember where y'all got this work from, man.
Dumb bitch. That bitch from pussy was dripping in them little drawers for $300 fucking dollars. She was tight. She was big fucking mad because nobody sent the motherfucking money. You ranting on, I still ain't get a cash app yet, bitch, and you're not. You know why? Because Sha Banks was the one that fucking started it, saying that he was going to send a motherfucking cash app. Artist said, I'll match whatever he sends. How the fuck artist going to send something if it wasn't sent to you?
This is the shit that happens in dice games all the time. Don't gamble something that you don't got. Niggas get hurt like that on
First of all, how the fuck you accept it without even getting the money first? I would have told that nigga Sha Banks, like, nigga, get the fuck on my face, nigga. Till you send that bread, don't say nothing to me. If you could take $300 motherfucking dollars to not do an interview for somebody, you could take $300 or less to suck a dick. Let's keep it a buck.
I didn't even look at it like that. Or even take off the condom. Give me 300 more and I'll take off the condom. Right?
Now you see right there? Now you see right there, I'm not going to play no more of that. Jayla, hello. Input and her support of sarcasm. Now she's involved with the bullshit because of Sha Banks putting everybody in a trick bag. If y'all want to hear the rest of Tizzle show, go over to R&B Tizzle and subscribe. Make sure y'all listen to the show. If y'all want to hear the rest of Melly Mel show, make y'all go over to the Honeycomb Hideout and subscribe. Do I want to sit up here and play audio of women just angry? Nah, I don't want to do that. But if y'all want to hear it, go. It was two interesting shows. Two interesting shows. I ain't gonna front. I'm trying to get over this COVID, so I'm sitting there just laying. It was hard for me, but you know, two interesting shows. Two interesting shows. Shout out to Melly Mel. Shout out to Tizzle Tay. Respectfully, y'all, leave that shit alone. Leave that shit alone. Certain things that was said about Mel, nah. Certain things that was said about Tizzle, nah. I don't co-sign none of that shit. Number one, y'all are women. I think y'all both have the potential of being successful podcast content creators. But I think y'all got the power to do it by yourself. I think, and I keep saying this, no disrespect intended, but I got to say it the way I feel it. A lot of times when these men come up on these platforms, ladies, they're coming up to plant bad seeds. It's either indirect ways of trying to get at you sexually. It's either indirect ways of trying to make you enemies by trying to make y'all compete. A lot of times I think about the times when these shows be going on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Number one, ladies, to be on an app talking to a man 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the morning, that's very intimate hours. I don't think no one should have the power to do that to you. I think if you're in a relationship, when you're talking about you love somebody that you with, you got to be mindful of the things that you do. Egypt, shut up. You really got to be mindful of the things you do. Seriously, you got to be mindful of what you're doing. You got to be mindful of what you're doing. It's an old time saying. If your woman is the one that's the loudest in the argument, when two men are arguing, the man is pussy. That's what an old timer told me. What I mean by that is, I'm going to give y'all a jewel right quick. If you really want to know how dangerous a nigga is, pay attention to his woman. If you really want to know how dangerous a nigga is, pay attention to his women. Because if they're arguing, if you arguing in the street, fellas, and you huffing and you puffing, and your girl is sitting there just looking at her nails like this going, you pussy. Just straight up like that. I ain't even gonna sugarcoat that. You pussy. Ladies and gentlemen, if that woman is trying to do everything in her power to calm her man down when he's upset, that nigga's a dangerous man. See, because your woman has seen you sometimes at your worst moments and at your most dangerous times in your life. So they already have the image and the vision of who you are when certain things go down. If they know you passive and they see you going, well, I'm going to punch you in your face, and they sitting there going, because they know you ain't going to do shit. But if someone is speaking to you and your lady looking at you going, please don't listen to him. You know, your woman start talking to you and touching your face and shit, standing in front of you, start rubbing your back and shit, start treating you like an animal because that's what they know you are. They know you a motherfucking animal in the disguise of a human fucking being. Am I lying in that? She said, that's a whole fact, guys. Your woman know, quote unquote, who you are as far as security. And that ain't got nothing to do with no thug. no being in the street. Nah, ain't nothing like that. It's just motherfucker know who a fucking punk is. So let me talk to y'all for a second about love. Love is pertaining to loving somebody, respecting them, honoring them, and understanding and accepting them for who they are. If it's to the fact where our women are going to be frontline, we're in a bad, bad space, fellas. We're in a bad, bad space, fellas. Because my word is law. I'm not going to be saying 2 and 3 times stop talking. But unfortunately, some of us today as men are not ensuring our women to the fact that they are with men. A lot of our men today seem like we are acting as children around women instead of their companions. You can never get a woman to follow you if you can't walk side by side with her. A lot of that shit might go over y'all head, fellas. You can never get a woman to follow you if you can't even keep up with her. So you mean to tell me she got a car, but you don't? She got a job, but you don't. She got a house, but you don't. You will never get that woman to follow you until you at least catch up and get past her. What I mean by getting past her is you got to show her that you're going to do whatever it takes to get that motherfucking respect that's demanded from her, because you're going to prove that you really her king. A lot of men today have become dependents of their women. Dependents of their women. Not soulmates, not partners, dependents. If a woman has 2 children, you've become the 3rd child. And you wonder why a lot of our women are bitter. I'm going to tell you why they're bitter. Because they getting up going to work for 10 hours a day. Sometimes working 12 hours a day. And they coming home and you're in the same spot they left you. That shit is destroying them. They're coming home saying, I ain't want to go to work today. I don't even feel good. My back hurt. My hand hurt. My knee hurt. I'm damn near blind. I got to go up to this school and get these kids. Every time she get back to the block, you in the same spot. So you mean to tell me if she can work 10 hours or 12 hours, you can't find a part-time job, some type of hustle? I'm going to end it up with a recap from one of the shows on YouTube called Pop the Balloon. I don't know if y'all heard about it. I'm about to give it to y'all right quick. I'm about to show you 2 important segments. The ladies, I'm going to show you this because I need you to know what people are looking at you as. This might get you upset, but fuck it.
You can't play both sides, you niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The streets said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, and he still told. Like, what I gotta do to make you niggas rhyme? Like, I'm ready to kill when the kind of minds I'm cautious. I'm dealing with more sticks than a porcupine. Quill spines, whatever you wanna call them. Yeah, plus my little mama, she a trap queen. Doggy when she mixed with that Fetty, give him a wop lean. It was a whole lot of cars when there was stimmies round. We going over a year and half you niggas down. All these expensive clothes, like was that smart? Now they uploading their clothes on the Poshmark. Swiss, baby, careful with this. I mean, it's bitch sharp. One across, one down the middle, look like a chrome heart. Damn, I'm always outside. I'm like, high from who? Bound to put your car on skates. You think you sliding through? I help build my niggas. This ain't Legos. Protect the fan by any means. I be Diego. Yeah, tiger to you niggas. I'm an animal. It's some jungle where I'm from. What y'all wanna do? You can't play both sides. You niggas gotta choose. Niggas out here being tough until they make the news. Mama said her son ain't hurt nobody. The street said her son was catching plenty bodies. If you accept these charges, then please hold. In every hood, it was a nigga that was tough, but he still told.
I don't know if y'all heard about it. I know Miss Annette just said it in the comments called Pop the Balloon. The way that our women are communicating with each other now is a little aggressive. It seems like some women have to let it be known that they're dangerous. Shout it out, Miss Annette. See you next time. You be safe out there. Make sure you stay hydrated too. Because this motherfucking water is crazy. Y'all know I'm getting over this COVID. This shit is crazy. Them niggas told me yesterday they got me. But actually the strength to get up and deal with y'all. And it actually was inspired by the shows because I probably would be the last person that people think that I would speak up for peace when it came to certain things. But this is wrong. And you know what, ladies? I wish y'all do me a favor sometimes and take down some of the lives that you did in the spirit of the moment. Melly Mel, Tizzle Tay, Eve James, Danny Lux. Yo, Harlem, salute. I know we get upset sometimes and we get up here and do some crazy shit. Take them shits down. You know why? Our children are getting to the age now to deal with these cell phones and these computers. And the more dangerous part about this shit is, you see the shit we go through with each other on YouTube. Imagine what we're subjecting our children to go through in the streets. Because, you know, just like our children have these cell phones that we equip them with, other children have cell phones. Other children have access to YouTube. Our children run around bragging about us because we are their superheroes. So they don't know everything that's going on YouTube with us. So when these kids are going to school saying, yo, my father is XYZ or my mother is XYZ, that right there is going to cause interest in school. That's going to create envy and jealousy with other children because that child is going to seem more important. So now check this out. As the kids are looking up saying, that's such and such son. Big Jai Ace, I see you. Cholo, I see you in the building. Salute. Y'all know Jai Ace used to be on my back in the background. I even got on, Jai Ace got on my nerves. And everything he said was right. That's some real shit. Everything he said, just like China, just like Harlem. But when people get on this YouTube shit, some of us forget who the fuck we are. We forgetting that this shit is trickling down to our children. The sins of the parents, where they gonna fall on the kids. So now we got our kids at the IS-390s, at the IS-391s, at the Boys and Girls High Schools, at the Wingates, at the Maxwells, at the Clara Bartons, at the Print. Now we got our kids talking about, yo, that's such and such pops. Well, I don't like him anyway. Fuck such and such and his pops. They got kids now that's doing the same thing that we're doing with these memes and these creations that's trickling down to our children hurting themselves. We got our women going at each other crazy. Like, check this shit out. Like, it was just almost at peace, yo. We got our women going at each other crazy because of Shy Banks. And I'm going to say shout out to Shy Banks because everybody has their knack to YouTube and what they're on YouTube for. He been saying the trick bag from day one. I fell for the shit one time. It's your job to be aware of the bullshit on this YouTube app, man. It's your job. If you fall into that sucker shit, you fall into that sucker shit. Simple and fucking plain. But look what it's got our women looking like. Look what it's got our men looking like. Jai said this YouTube shit could lose your mother. It could lose you if you ain't a strong individual. Damn near have you biting your goddamn fingertips. Ready to go to jail. For everything to spin back around. There's people setting traps out here for us, y'all. I want to show you a couple of episodes of this shit before I get out of here, y'all. I'm looking at how we're looking at our women on YouTube. We don't have the right to judge, but we have the right to be wary of people that we engage and open up to. How is it easy to even show a woman who you are sincerely if what you see in front of you, you don't see for forever? Same thing, ladies, with men. How is it easy for you to open up to a man that you only see for a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months? I'm gonna fuck with this nigga for the summer. I done heard my homegirl say, nah, I'm just fucking with this nigga for the summer. I'm going back to my baby father in the winter. The only reason why I'm fucking with this nigga in the summer because my baby father was fucking this bum ass bitch from around the corner. He know I don't like her. So that nigga gonna miss this pussy for the summer. Ladies, am I lying? This shit is real. I'm from Brooklyn. I got homegirls that'll tell you when they gonna fuck their baby father and when they not gonna fuck their baby father. And then they got hell of a reasons why they feel as though they should not be fucking their baby father. But they don't understand the trauma and the pain that they're going through because they're giving their body away unconsciously without even understanding what they're doing. Because that nigga's the Don Velo. Let me start laughing at that shit. I laugh at this shit because it's just YouTube. Yo, that shit used to have me ready to bug the fuck out. Now I look at that shit go, oh shit. Be like, oh shit. Harlem was one of the ones too. You about to be content, Dice. Shut the fuck up, Harlem. About 2 weeks later, I'm content. Jay said, you better stop feeding into this shit, Dice. Yo, you bugging the fuck out. You losing your mind. Fuck that bullshit. You know China, that nigga say, all right, homie. I ain't gonna say nothing else. She about to be content. That's his favorite words. All right, homie. All right, homie. Harlem said, buying an audience is nasty. I don't understand. But ladies, I want to show y'all something on some real G shit. This to the women that don't have children. This to the women that do have children. This to the women that may have more than one baby father. I want you to pay attention how the world is looking at you. And I want you to pay attention how y'all are appearing to be to the world. I'm not talking directly to somebody, but somebody I'm talking to. I don't know if that made any sense. I'm not talking directly to somebody, but somebody I'm talking to. Fair YouTube usage. Let's check this out. Fair YouTube usage. I want to see if y'all caught something. Could y'all tell me everything that was similar about every one of the women that they was just premiering before the show start? I'm going to play it one more time. I'm going to see if you can catch it. About 5 or 6, 7 different women but they're all going to do one thing in particular. Because a lot of our women today feel as though their body is all they have to offer. So ladies, if you feel as though your body is all you have to offer, what do you think a man sees? Just your body. Let's get into this work. Before we get into this right quick, right? Can y'all tell me what every female up here did? Can anybody tell me what every female, Steeler Nation, I see you in the building. Can anybody tell, God damn it, always a queen. I be wanting to give you 10 seconds because they going to think me and you cheat. They going to think you cheat. She said they all had to twirl around. She said it more better, showing their body, showing their ass. I'm going to say it how I felt. They made sure that the camera got that shot of their ass. It's even one in the dress. She started off her walking, showing her ass that you can clearly see that she bought. You can see she bought that. That shit looking like a tooth. That shit looking like a cold-blooded tooth. Now to the fellas in here. You see what Seven said? Because she from Brooklyn. Cheek posing. Am I upset with them? No. I used to be. I was the first one to be like, them bitches is hoes. Cold-blooded facts, y'all. That bitch is a hoe. Number one, you 70 years old and you got a weave, I don't trust you. You 70 years old and you got a weave, I don't trust you. You 55 and no, I don't trust you. The first one looking like Daisy Dukes with a cowboy hat on. But they all made sure to show their bodies. Check this shit out, y'all. Fair YouTube usage. Let's get into this work. Ladies, I want y'all to pay attention to what y'all are displaying and what we are seeing. She said that's what women are taught to be sexy. That's supposed to be depthy. Let's go.
Welcome back to my channel. It's your host Arlette, and we are back with another episode of Pop the Balloon or Find Love. And we've got some beautiful single ladies lined up. Make some noise, ladies. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So we have got a group of single men waiting to come out here and meet y'all. So when they come around this corner, they'll come out one by one. If you're feeling him, if he's your type, he checks off all of your check boxes, do not pop your balloon. However, if there's something he said that you're like, oh, red flag.
Danny Lux is in the motherfucking building. What up, nigga? Yo, Danny, I put you in the top 10 legends, Danny. Word to mother, Danny. You know your bro don't forget about you. I put you in the top YouTube 10 legends, nigga. 3 categories I gave to the women. Danny Lux, Eve James, and Miss Miyagi. And 7 other dudes, but that's I give them, yo, Danny a motherfucking legend in my goddamn eyes, nigga. I don't give a fuck what you punk ass niggas be talking about. Talk your shit, Danny. I hate when they get you like that. Because I see a calm side of you. Even when you flipping out on people, I see a calm, compassionate side to you. Because like I said, I will never forget when I thought Danny Lux was the toughest. I thought Danny Lux was a dyke. I thought Danny Lux didn't even like men. First time I seen this bitch, she got a cowgirl hat on. She growling and shit. Like, all jokes aside, y'all, she scared the shit out of me. If she'd have walked up on me in a club, I don't know what the fuck I would have did. Yo, all jokes aside, I'm scared to death. Scared to death of Danny. Danny used to come to the chat. I used to be scared when she'd be like, yo, hey, y'all. I said, uh-oh. Because she will kill a motherfucker. That's a fact, Eve. I had you in there, girl. That's a fact. Danny Lux, Eve, and motherfucking Miss Miyagi. I got them in my 10 legends. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. And I can prove it with straight up intelligence over ignorance. That's facts. You dig what I'm saying? And then it was 7 other people that I put in. You dig? But I remember when Danny broke down on YouTube talking to me about some shit. I said, nigga, God got a plan for you. She got us all up here crying, looking like the scene from The Color Purple, just when Whoopi Goldberg got back with her children at the end. Everybody, oh, shit. I said, yo, Danny, check this out. God got a plan for you. Everything I told Danny was going to happen, that shit happened. That shit happened. I seen it in her eyes. I said, oh, she ain't no goddamn killer. She'll bust your ass, but she got one of the most beautiful hearts in the world. And Danny said this shit straight up and down. I remember that night she was, shout out to Danny Lux, man. I thought I would never give Danny, I thought I would never hear my sis say she claimed a man. I'm so proud of you. You go, girl. Yo, I'm dead ass serious, OG. Yo, Danny said the other day, I got a man, Dice. I said, oh, what's up? She said, he's sitting right here. Ain't you sitting right here? Say you sitting right here. He was like, yeah, I'm here. Yo, Danny a goddamn beast. Danny said, check this out, nigga. I beat whoever you want me to beat. Danny said, I put on a do-rag, nigga. He don't need no goddamn friends. I ain't no front. We went back and forth. I'm like, yo, Danny, the nigga can't go to the motherfucking shoot pool with his mans and them. She was like, for what? I could be his mans and them. I said, yo, Danny, could a man just go outside for a walk? She said, I can go for a walk for him. Everything he need to be, I can be. The nigga need me to put on a wig or something. I'm sucking dick, whatever y'all want to talk about. Fuck that. I don't want none of these stinking, dirty bitches around him. Fuck his family, too. He better be lucky I let him talk to his family. That's some of the realest shit I've ever heard. Now, see, what y'all heard was, oh, this bitch is goddamn crazy. This bitch is fucking out of her motherfucking mind. Because that's the crazy ignorant side of me, because I heard that too. I'm like, this bitch done lost her motherfucking mind. Sis done went crazy. But see, the real side of me is like, somebody broke my motherfucking sis heart before. She depended and loved and cherished somebody, and they ain't understand how to reciprocate that shit. So now that she got somebody that she's feeling like, yo, check this out. This nigga's making my nipple twinkle. The things that she may have been passive about before, she ain't gonna be passive like that this time around. If Danny says she trusts that man around her children, shout out to the big homie. That's a fact. I joke and play about certain shit. But that shit right there to me is fire, because I remember times when they used to fuck with Danny, and she going at the whole goddamn world. I said, Danny, you all right? Fuck these motherfuckers, Dice. She said, oh shit, my fault, my fault. Every time she cursing and shit like that, I come in, yo, Danny, what the fuck you want? Hold on, Dice, hold on. Ah, Dice, you done caught me again, motherfucker. I'm sorry. God damn it. God damn it, Dice. Stop, Dice. I ain't even on the motherfucking platform, but she know when I'm in her chat, I'm going, Danny, chill. You bugging right now. She like, stop, nigga. All right, Dice. All right, motherfucker. All right, fuck it. I'm about to play some goddamn music. So that type of respect we got for each other, y'all, that's going to be forever, man. Yeah, I'm telling you. And Keisha said you remind her of her sister. Eastside, salute, beloved. Appreciate you, man. Eastside, I'm about to show these ladies what we see, but they don't see. And I'm trying to do it from a brotherly point of view. This ain't about judgment. Because, yo, let me explain something to you. When you hear some of the reasons why the sisters feel the way they feel, it all falls back to a bitch-ass nigga. Ain't that some shit? It all falls back to a bitch-ass nigga. Now, check this out. Does the whole blame fall on him for being a bitch-ass nigga because of things he went through and things he wasn't taught how to deal with? Should she be called the stupid ass bitch because she chose the nigga to have the baby with. None of the above for none of them. Because when it comes to love, love overcomes ignorance and all that bullshit. You could be the... Yo, let me tell you something. I know situations where niggas was so goddamn stupid they couldn't read and had the prettiest goddamn girl in the neighborhood. I'm talking about niggas' teeth was missing. They had afros. They had a German shepherd. They used to have a stick. These motherfuckers couldn't even read 4 chicken wings and fried rice, but the prettiest motherfucking girl in the neighborhood was with them. Do y'all know why? Do you know why the ugliest nigga had the most beautiful girl? Because the beautiful girl knew that he was protect her. And he would appreciate her and he would cherish her because he wouldn't even believe that she would have chose him. The ugly nigga every day and night lets this woman know how much he needs her and how good it is to be supported by her. That's why them ugly niggas had the most beautiful women back in the days. What I'm talking about, always a queen? Huh? That's where the real situation of Beauty and the Beast come from. Let's get into what we're talking about, y'all. Smash that like button. Grown folks conversation.
Or, you know, you just really can't see yourself dating this guy. Go ahead and pop your balloon, and I'll go over to a few of you, see why you ended up popping. You guys ready? Yes. Okay. With that being said, let's go ahead and bring out our first single guy. Hello, welcome in. I'll have you hold this.
How you doing, Alette?
Good, good. How are you? Can we get your name?
My name is Brian.
Brian, how old are you?
I'm 40.
40
I'll be 41 in September.
Okay, it's coming up. Yeah. And Brian, what do you do?
I'm an aircraft mechanic
Very
for a
cool.
major.
Now, this is some deep shit right here, y'all. Ladies, I want y'all to pay attention to some shit right now. I want y'all to pay attention to some shit. I will include myself into this. I always got some methods of my madness. I picked 2 segments from this I want y'all to see. The reason why I picked this is he's 40 years old. He'll be 41. And check this out. In September, so this nigga here is a Virgo. He's caught it. That nigga's a Virgo. Check this out. Check this out. I want you to check out the conversation, his answers, and his responses. And I want you to check out their responses with him. Ain't that some shit? The bitch says she ain't like his pants. She ain't like his motherfucking pants. Let's go.
Airline.
All right.
So
Now,
Flip explains. I want you to get home safe.
we appreciate you. And now, what are some things that you like to do for fun?
Things I like to do for fun. I like trail riding. I live in Houston.
Okay.
I'm from New Orleans, but I like to ride horses. I'm a country guy. Okay. I'm still city, but you know I like to do country things. I like to read. I'm from the ghetto, but I am a nerd. Okay. I like to read. I want to know about things that I don't know. Okay. I like to go lounges, right? I like to go to museums.
Did anybody catch what the nigga? He liked to read. He said, I'm ghetto, but I'm a nerd. Sounds familiar? Ain't that some deep shit? And I don't even know this dude. Let's go.
You know, I just like to really have a good time.
Okay, nice. Now, what are some things that you're looking for in a woman?
Transparency, for sure. Transparency.
Okay.
If I can't see who you are when I meet you, then I would never know, right? Loyalty, that really, for men, that's a big thing, loyalty. I need to know when you out partying, having a good time, that you loyalty and you faithful to a man like me.
Okay. Now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Deal breakers? I really don't have deal breakers, right? Because I'm from the ghetto, so I understand that, you know, we do a lot of things in our past and in our youth that is really a problem. So I don't really have any deal breakers, but it's...
Did you check that shit? You're always a queen. Keish, who the fuck that sound like? The lady said, what's a deal breaker for you? He said, there ain't even no fucking deal breakers because we all made fucking mistakes. Did y'all catch that shit? How the fuck can I judge you for something? How can I judge you for a nigga you fucked? I don't fuck chicks. How can I judge you because you got 2 baby fathers? So what? I don't know the situations that led up to you having 2 baby fathers. I got that on my arm, yo. Only God could judge you. That's some real shit. How could you judge somebody and you know your past ain't squeaky clean? This right here was kind of interesting, y'all. That's something totally different. Number one, if I met you wearing a goddamn cowgirl hat and a two-piece tight suit, first thing I'm going to say is you playing. You tell me your name is Miss Parker, that's going to automatically make me think about a woman that was fucking in Friday. You're telling me this when you meet me, your name is Miss Parker, but you go by Ms. So you telling me straight up and down you're trying to suck cock. So that's an automatic turn off right there. These is facts. That's an automatic turn off. Back in the days, I'd have blew your head off. Today, that shit is dangerous. That shit is dangerous, yo. For real. Pay attention.
Look, but as far as like energy, I feel like I've dated guys from New Orleans before and it just did not work out for me. So I think because we come from the same place, it just clashes.
Okay, so since we come from the same place, it clashes.
Yeah.
You know,
I just haven't had really good relationship experiences dating people from my hometown.
You never met Brian.
Okay, now, there's one thing I'm going to get into. I ain't mean to stop it right quick. You know what turned me off about the first two women? Y'all are mothers. Y'all are on a TV show that the world is going to see. You know you're coming to the TV show today. It's a dating game show. One of y'all got your titty out with a goddamn tattoo, looking like some shit from Tarzan. And one of y'all got on a goddamn cowgirl hat with one of them City Trends denim suits. Them cloth City Trends dresses that look like denim. That's a fact. They all down here in North Carolina. They got the dresses and they got the pants. They look like and they appear like they'll be denim, but they're actually cotton.
You never met Brian, but today that you did, you know what I mean? And today, definitely you was a winner. But, you know, the fact that you're from New Orleans, I respect that because I respect my home and I'm prideful on being a Louisianimal, right? Mm-hmm. And I definitely was feeling you. But,
thank you.
You know, since you popped on me, we don't really deal with rejection too well. We respect that, you know, but we move on.
Then
nice
Tracy,
to meet you.
Tracy, we actually didn't get, what do you do?
So I work in management. So the person that I kind of link with, we can kind of go into further about my career, yeah.
What industry? What management? What industry?
I wouldn't like to say. Yeah, I would like to discuss that with the person that I match with. I think that's a little more in depth.
Okay. You're looking good today. I love the orange. Definitely.
Let's go to our next lady here.
If you've been getting scam texts like these, it was me. I said that probably means your date has been leaked.
We can have your name and age.
My name is Chanel Kidd, and I am originally from Gary, Indiana. I live here in Phoenix, Arizona. Coco Stiletto on Instagram. I have my own business. I'm a consultant, business consultant.
Look. Her name is Coco something on Instagram. She put that out. Coco something Instagram. She looking like Mama D off of Love and Hip Hop, y'all. Dog Soldier, we got Mama D up here on Pop the Balloon. We got Scrappy Mother up here. Trying to get a 40-year-old. You know how she like them young boys. The crackhead, he went to jail on her. This bitch looking like Mama D up this motherfucker. If y'all tell me this woman don't look like Mama D, I will cut this shit the fuck off. She up here looking like Mama D. Talking about Coco Chanel on Instagram. Looking like the girl from the goddamn video. Ski, run my munions. Dick dash, ski. You better break bread, hoe.
Deal with rejection too well. We respect that, you know, but we move on.
Then
nice
Tracy,
to meet you.
Tracy, we actually didn't get, what do you do?
So I work in management. So the person that I kind of link with, we can kind of go into further about my career, yeah.
What industry? What management? What industry?
I wouldn't like to say. Yeah, I would like to discuss that with the person that I match with. I think that's a little more in depth.
Okay. You're looking good today. I love the orange.
Let's go to
Definitely.
our next lady here. We can have your name and age.
And I don't even
My
know
name
if
is
y'all
Chanel
caught
Kid,
that.
and I
I
am
don't even
originally
know if y'all caught that. I don't even know if y'all caught that. That nigga said, we don't really do the rejection too well, but we move the fuck on. Because now we start looking at you like you got to be insane, not understanding the motherfucking presence of a king that's in your face. Doo-doo head. So now you a peasant. Then he gave it a sarcastic disrespect on the low. That was disrespectful. He said, I'm loving that orange. What he really was saying is, you looking like a goddamn orange version of Barney, you nasty, bucktooth nasty. Somebody did your motherfucking hair this morning. The chick that did your hair was smoking weed. You probably got the back of your neck burnt, you doo-doo head. That's what he was saying to her, but he just did it in a smooth way. I swear to God.
from Gary, Indiana. I live here in Phoenix, Arizona. Coco Stiletto on Instagram. I have my own business. I'm a business consultant, and I also create trivia games that I sell on Amazon.
Okay, and I'm sorry, we didn't get your age.
I am 42. And the reason why I popped my balloon is
she is
pretty much what you
not
have already
42
answered.
years old. I want to see a birth certificate. I'll be 52 September the 10th, and I know she older than me. Mama D ain't 42. He said he'll be 41. I need to see her birth certificate. Remember, her name Coco Chanel. So if anybody on Instagram, hit her up and say, yo, Dice the Big Dice Chronicle said he want to see you on the show because he don't believe that you 42. She looked like she 142. That's a fact.
You didn't have any deal breakers. I need someone that knows what he wants. I can be a handful sometimes as well. So, and it can be anything. So it's got to be something that makes you tick, that you can be honest about. So that's why I pop my balloon. And you kind of remind me of my nephew, just kind of. It's this way.
I told you she wasn't 42.
Okay. So you said the deal breakers is because I don't have a deal breaker?
Her of her nephew.
Correct.
Okay, well, I can have a clean...
I need a man to tell me something. Tell me what he want and don't want.
And
If he
that
can't
will...
tell me
Let's see what I mean. How does he remind her of her nephew and she 42 and he 40? That shit don't even make no sense. Let's go.
I might jump all over you.
And that will come. Definitely. I would definitely tell you where you're going wrong at. But as far as a deal breaker, I have a clean slate with everybody. I'm the type to trust you before I not trust you. I'm going to give you that grace before I don't give you that grace, right? But I respect how you feel.
I like that response. I might circle back, but...
You might go get back? You want your balloon back?
Do you want that balloon back?
Not yet?
Okay.
You got to hit the gab I see, so we're just going to...
Hold on. So now you just fucked yourself up again. See? Ladies, this is what we see in ignorance and stupidity. You just said you popped your balloon because he reminds you of your nephew. You just said now that he has the gift of gab, so you'll fuck your nephew? So you mean tell me when you fucking him, you're not going to think about the fact that you just said he reminded you of his nephew, of your nephew. Don DeMarco.
I got the gift of gab.
Let's go on
It's
to our
transparency,
next
love.
Okay, if we can start off with your name and age.
Hi, I'm Janae. I'm 34.
Hello, Janae.
Janae, what do you do?
In school for fashion.
Hold up, y'all. This one right here. This shit right here gonna get deep. This damn near gonna be an 050 Clash of the Titans moment. This shit about to get dark. She 34 years old, ladies and gentlemen. 30, ladies, I'm telling you what we're seeing because look at your attire. You're 34 years old. You got 3 baby fathers. Let's go.
Fashion design. I'm an office assistant and I'm a new entrepreneur. Just about to launch my fitness clothing line called WeFit.
Okay, and why did you end up popping your balloon for Brian?
Hey, Brian. I love the way you speak, but for me, it was the pants. I don't like the pants too tight. I'm kind of ghetto too, so I like them a little loose, and that was just it for me.
How old are you?
34.
34? How many kids you got?
I got 3.
You got 3?
Yep.
How many baby daddies?
I have 3.
You got 3 baby daddies. Okay.
I should have said 0, because it's just me.
You gonna lie to the public?
No, I have 3, but it's just me. I'm a single parent. There's no man in my life.
Boy, she more combative than motherfucking Sergeant Slaughter. She looking like Ginger on Gilligan's Island and said, I thought you said you was 41. I thought you said you was 40. Yeah. Say 41, September around the corner. Did you hear everything she said about him? I like the way you speak and everything, but I ain't like your pants. But you 34. Unfortunately, your first kid's father passed away. Rest in peace to him. But the second two, she said out of her mouth, is nowhere to be found. How you lost them niggas? She talking about them niggas like that set of car keys or something. Ladies, let me ask y'all something. How you lose a baby father? To the fellas, how you lose a baby mother? Knowing that this, see, I can see you can get out of touch with some people because Facebook and things like that and Instagram and stuff like that wasn't available back in the days. People was doing things with phone books and all this. We could understand that, but how could you lose a baby mother or a baby father knowing that this person shares a child with you? How could you lose it? That's some real deep shit. She said they nowhere to be found. Does that sound like they're nowhere to be found, or she chose to keep them out of her life?
Okay for you. It's not my style. You know, with
Seven
everything
said
going
them
on,
niggas ran.
I like the pants to be a little baggy, that's all.
Where you from, love?
Kansas City.
Kansas City?
Yeah.
Okay. How long you been out here?
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Let's go on over here. We can have your name and
She
age.
for the
I
streets.
am Venusian, 39.
And you said Venusian? And what do you do?
I'm a TikTok creator manager.
Cool. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I'm a free-spirited woman, so having to check in with somebody like they are my parent is something that I don't subscribe to, so that's why I pop my balloon.
What do you mean check in like they're your parent?
The way that you were discussing how somebody needs to constantly, when we're out and about, to text or call and check in, that's something that I don't subscribe to, so that's why I pop my balloon.
Okay. What do you do?
I'm a TikTok creator manager.
TikTok creator manager? For what company? Or is it for yourself?
It's for TikTok.
For TikTok?
Social media.
Okay. Social media?
Social media agent, yes.
Okay. How many kids you have?
I have 2.
How many baby daddies?
2.
2? Okay. So you didn't think after the first one that you wanted to marry the next one?
No.
No? Okay. Okay. I was just asking because for real men, that's what matters. Your first one is given. Your second one, the mistake is on you.
Oh, is it? Well, there's
That's definitely
circumstances
right.
under why I got
That's
pregnant,
definitely
but
right.
That's nor here or there, and that's
Yeah,
not
but
what I'm here for.
Okay, definitely. You're a beautiful woman, though.
Thank you.
But I respect your answer.
Thank you. Let's go back here. Okay.
Ollie and Anna seem so perfect. And what people.
He got a strong jaw.
Your name and age.
I'm Shay and I'm 37.
How you doing, Shay?
I'm doing amazing.
Shay, what do you do?
So I work for the county.
Now check out Shaquille O'Neal. Check out Shaquille O'Neal right now, y'all. Check out of all the things that she decided to wear to an application to meet someone. Check out Shaquille O'Neal. This motherfucker got on a fringy bathing suit.
How many baby daddies?
2.
2?
So I work for the county and I have my own hair business and a few other little small businesses.
Okay. All right. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
So originally I was feeling it. I like I don't want to say a bad boy, but I like somebody that's outspoken. But the question of, I feel like you're challenging the women. How many baby daddies you got? And then, you know, it just, does that matter? You say future. So that's their past. It's not their future. How many kids do you have?
I have 1.
Right there. In my mind, you slept with a lot of men. Ladies, let me tell you something, what you're telling us right now. You done fucked a lot of niggas. You got 2 goddamn defensive for that one. Yep. Yep. Once she said the past is the past, yeah, we all got a motherfucking past, but you don't want to hear nothing about your past, so you done did some dumb shit. You done did some super, super stupid dumb shit. Let's get back to this work.
One daughter, she's 19.
Do you want more?
I do.
My balloon still pop because I don't want any more.
Okay.
You don't want any more?
Not at all. I
You
have
can't have any more. You
No, I'm
choose
choosing.
not
I
to
choose
have
not to have
any
anymore. I have a
Okay.
almost 14-year-old, and
Okay, yeah. Well, the reason for me asking their past about their baby daddies because it lets me know where they're going in their future. If you didn't want to have a baby daddy for the second time, then that lets me know that you was uncareful of what you're dealing with.
do you necessarily
Okay.
believe that somebody's past is their past that don't determine their future?
Not-
Because
not-
I mean, I can look at you and say like you made people make mistakes, and it could happen. I feel like once or twice. Okay, some things become a choice, but
That lady has been through some things, y'all. All jokes aside, I'm not playing. This woman right here been through some shit. She grabbing her hand, she ready to punch him in the motherfucking mouth.
No,
Your
no,
past
no.
doesn't determine
When it
you.
comes to once is a mistake. Twice, that's on you.
okay, so then say like you get into a relationship with somebody, you get married, and things don't work. So then I guess you made a mistake, and then so you once is a mistake, and then twice is. I don't believe in that because I believe things happen.
Sweetheart, twice is on you.
Okay.
You should have learned from that very first
No,
mistake.
lessons
Okay,
are
and
to
not
be
saying
learned.
that your child is a mistake, right?
Of course
But the
not.
fact that you chose the wrong man to have kids with, and secondly, not to have a marriage after the next one or before
Marriage
the next
doesn't
one.
determine, and I'm a person that wants to be married, but marriage don't determine anything. I don't know people to be married for a long time and it don't work out, baby. So yeah, you are no, honey,
Okay.
you're too aggressive now.
No problem. Well, you know, the aggressiveness that comes from a Southern man, right?
Baby, let me explain
And we
something to
stand
you.
on what we talking
My roots
about.
come from Texas, so
Okay, I'm from New Orleans.
okay, so
You know what I
the
mean?
South,
So
the
when
battles
you,
of the South. Like I said,
Brian, let's move on. Let's
okay,
move on. Let's
no
move on.
problem. Have a good day, love.
If we can have your name and age.
Hi, my name is Shay, and I'm 37.
Yo, I don't know what happened to this lady. Fair YouTube usage, yo. She looked like somebody boxing a daughter.
And Shay, what do you
Hello,
do?
Shay.
I am an insurance adjuster, and I'm just waiting to take my real estate license.
Very nice. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
Just based off of the energy, I didn't want to pop it too soon. I like to fill you out first, but just based off of the energy and the conversations that were had between the women.
Open-minded said
just
it sound
overall.
like he
That's
need a
it.
boyfriend.
So you a follower?
No, I went up. That's why I said I didn't pop it right away. I wanted to see for myself.
So you didn't like my responses and the women that I responded to? You didn't like the responses?
Just the energy from it. Yeah,
The energy is too strong for you, huh?
not necessarily too strong. I just didn't too much care for it.
That's understandable. I respect that, though.
Thank you. Okay. Let's go on over here. If we can have your name and age.
Davinia, and I'm
See, he like that because he light-skinned, y'all. No disrespect intended to the light-skinned brothers. This nigga right here, he got that motherfucking Albie Shore disease. So he's super Virgo arrogant. That nigga light-skinned and got a goddamn snake on his neck with a tight-ass t-shirt. Don't fuck with no nigga like that, ladies. Ain't got an alligator skin belt. He'll do something to you. Them pants as tight as a goddamn pair of socks.
I'm 41.
And Davinia, what do you do?
I'm a compliance analyst for a payment processing company.
Okay. And why did you end up popping your balloon?
I popped my balloon. I was waiting because I was trying to feel the energy, the vibe, the connection, chemistry, and I believe he was speaking very well, very suave, handsome gentleman. So I was trying to give it some time, but then it started to feel like an attack, and I didn't like or agree with the attack. So that was why I popped my balloon.
Okay. So you say it felt like an attack. Can you elaborate on that?
Before he answers this question, he was listening to him talk to other women, and she said, in her mind, it started to feel like an attack. So unfortunately, because of something she'd been through in her past, it made her go right back to a moment in her life that she was actually uncomfortable about. She said, nah, this nigga seemed like he was attacking me. She wasn't even in the previous conversation. She said, fuck that. Always the Queen said, he got a nice body.
You don't judge people from their past, or you like to start off with a clean slate. I don't think that if a relationship works out for a woman and it happens to be her second baby daddy per se, I don't think that's her fault. So if she decides to stay and marry the man, like Brian says, then that means she's settling. And I don't agree with a woman having to settle just because the opinions of others thinking that, it's going to be her fault. It's her fault because it didn't work out. No. Okay. Because people, they start off with different personas, and then you slowly kind of learn who they really are. So if you decide to walk away because that situation isn't healthy for you, that doesn't mean that it's your fault that it didn't work out.
Okay. Okay. So there's 4 billion women on the planet.
Mhm.
I'm a black American from Louisiana.
Mhm.
I have the choice to have the pick of the litter.
Mhm.
So why would I pick you if you have multiple baby daddies?
Well, don't pick me.
Right.
Yeah.
And
You
I
have the
understand
choice.
that.
You have the choice. We all
I
have
have
a
the
choice.
I have the choice, but you're
Yeah.
judging me on the fact that I have the choice.
No, I'm not judging you. That just means that I'm not for you. If you're going to judge me because my second baby daddy didn't work out for me, then I'm not for you. So I'm not judging
And I
you and your
understand that.
opinion
How many
and
kids
your
you have?
preference.
Now check this out. This is a hell of a motherfucking debate right here they doing. I want to rewind that if y'all would let me do it. Always a Queen said the same thing. Keisha said this. Keisha and Always Queen said this nigga hand movements is crazy. He might be one of them correction officers. Always a Queen, like one of them young cops and shit. He might be one of them niggas that got beat up growing up. Then he got into the gym. He got a good haircut. He put some mousse in his hair. He bought some jeans and chicks told him he was cute. He might be one of them. I could be wrong. I don't know the brother. Fair YouTube usage. But let's get into this work. She just quote unquote discontinued anything ever happening between him because of what he said about her baby father and her relationship with her second baby father, and he don't know neither one of them, y'all. Trauma is real. Mind you, yet she's the one that started off with her ass. That's the one that bought that ass. That's the one with that tooth ass, y'all.
I have three.
You have
25,
three?
18, and 12.
Okay, how many baby daddies?
Two.
Two.
Mhm.
Okay, so it's no disrespect towards that, right?
Mhm.
But I just want you to understand, when it comes to a man of top tier, right? We give you a few from one man.
Mhm.
That's it. If you have multiple from a different man, that disqualifies yourself.
So it disqualifies a top tier woman from getting a top
That's
tier
exactly
man.
right. Why?
if
Because
she
there's
has-
billions of women on this planet. All right?
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Okay, well, Brian, that is all the balloons popped.
No problem.
But we do thank you for coming on. Let's go ahead and give it up for him, ladies.
All right. Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. All right, let's go ahead and bring out our next single guy.
Check this out, y'all. This right here is funny. This is
Hello,
the funny
welcome
part
in.
right
I'll
here.
have you
Let's
hold
go,
that.
y'all.
What's your name?
My name's Josh. I'm 37.
Okay, and Josh, what do you do?
I invest in stocks, and I'm getting into content creation.
Okay, nice. Well, what are some things
Now
like
check this out, y'all. My man got on a pair of Walmart Wranglers. You know why? Because I got a pair. The nigga got on a pair of old school Walmart Wranglers. The reason why, check this out, y'all. I got on a pair. I got on a pair right now. You get them from Walmart. Like $14. I got a pair on right now. I got a black pair. I got a green pair. I got a camouflage back pair. They $14. They comfortable. When we was coming up, remember this? Let's see if y'all remember this. When we was coming up, before the Guess jeans, it was the Levi's and the Wranglers. Come on now. I'm the only one that had the Wranglers. Ain't nobody heard of them Wranglers? You would not believe this right now. You can find Gloria Vanderbilt, Calvin Klein, Reebok in Walmart. In Walmart. When we was coming up, Reebok was that shit, Wrangler was that shit, AJ's, Levi's, Guess jeans, Damage, Used, Coca-Cola. Jordache jeans. Remember them Lee patches? If you was pussy, niggas would snatch your patches. Check out how my man played now. Check how my man played out. How y'all feeling about him, ladies? Would you give him a shot? Check him out.
Did you for fun?
I play a lot of basketball, poker, things like that.
Okay.
That's mainly what I do.
Nice.
Most of the time. Yeah.
And now, what are some things you look for in a woman?
I don't too much care for people that smoke, especially cigarettes and things like that. So somebody that likes to be in the gym, like an active woman, because I'm active myself. Somebody that's loyal, humble.
Okay.
Like those are the main things.
Got it. Now, what are some of your deal?
Yo, look at Mama D. Look how Mama D looking at her. Look at Mama D. Look how Mama D looking at her. Check out Mama D.
What's your name?
My name's Josh. I'm 37.
Watch how Mama D look at her. She love that nigga.
I invest in stocks, and I'm getting into content creation.
Fair YouTube usage.
Nice. Well, what are some things you like to do for fun?
I play a lot of basketball, poker, things like that. That's mainly what I do.
Nice.
Most of the time. Yeah.
And now, what are some things you look for in a woman?
I don't too much care for people that smoke, especially cigarettes and things like that. So somebody that likes to be in the gym, like an active woman, because I'm active myself. Somebody that's loyal, humble.
Okay.
Like those are the main things.
Got it. Now, what are some of your deal breakers?
Well, the smoking for sure. That's the biggest thing. A liar. I don't care for a liar, but those are the main two.
All right, got it. All right, so Josh, we don't have any pop balloons, so you're doing pretty well. And so what that means is I'm actually going to go ahead and switch it on over to you. So there are quite a few ladies here. So for the first round, everyone always says, oh my God, it's so
Now check this out, y'all. All the ladies at this particular moment in the show, they digging the nigga application. They digging his motherfucking STYLE. You dig? They living in style. Ain't nobody popped their balloons. Ain't nobody seen nothing as of yet that makes them feel as though he's not right for them. Mama Dia ain't said shit. She got her legs cocked. She got her shit bow leg like she got on a pair of 5411. She ready to get it. You see the bootleg one looking like Sakana? Looking like Tiny Homegirl? And the one with 3 kids, 34 years old, looking like a female special ed? They stand at this nigga like a pack of motherfucking noodles. Let's go.
But yeah, I'm going to have you pop 3 balloons, kind of just based off of what you're seeing, who doesn't really fall into your type, whatever it may be. So let me hand you this. Okay. And go ahead and pop those 3, and then I'll go ahead and ask you why we ended up popping them after.
Watch this. This when it get real. Look at Mama D.
Yes, sir. 3 balloons.
Look, check them out, y'all.
Let's see. Okay, I don't even know y'all.
Bop.
Okay, 2 more.
Bop.
And 1 more.
Bop.
Okay, let's start with the first one you ended up popping.
I don't know.
All right.
Did you see Mama D face when he popped the balloon? That bitch damn near broke her neck. Watch it one more time.
Okay, 3.
Yes, sir. 3 balloons.
Let's see. Okay, I don't even know y'all.
Okay, 2 more. And 1 more. Okay,
Look
let's
at him,
start
man.
with the first one you ended up popping.
I don't know.
All right, if we can start with your name
She
and
put her
age.
hands
Hi, my
behind her
name is
back
Shay,
like
and I'm
she been in
37.
prison.
And Shay, you did have your...
She put her hands behind her back like she been to prison. I don't trust that 42 years old shit. Just look at her as she's watching everybody get their balloon pop. Just check her face out, y'all. Let's go.
Okay, 2 more. And 1 more.
Look.
Okay, let's start with the first one you ended up popping.
I don't know.
All right, if we can start with your name and age.
Hi, my name is Shay, and I'm 37.
And Shay, you did have your balloon unpopped for Josh. Why so?
Because when he came out, I thought he was attractive, and I just wanted to hear more about him.
Okay, all right.
Feel his energy out.
And
Yo, Eastside said some deep shit, but let me explain something to you. He said, why he dressed like that? Everybody should pop their balloons. He not dressed properly. Shaking my head. Pay attention. What if he's trying to disguise something? Because he looked like one of them young basketball players that's either fucking with basketball or the CBA or some shit like that. That's a fact, E. That's a fact. I try to find some real stuff to make some people just pay attention to shit and laugh instead of trying to kill each other. Because this nigga right here look like he might be playing ball on the low. You might have seen that nigga in Rutgers Park. But this chick right here in this purple goddamn dress looking like something from a medieval TV show like Game of Thrones. Holy smokes, y'all. Check this shit out. Let's go.
Josh, why'd you end up popping Shay's balloon?
Just not my type. It's that simple.
Okay, and what makes her not really your type?
Just not normally the type I go for. Maybe the
Facts,
dress,
Eastside.
not really, my thing. But like she's a beautiful woman, just not my type.
Okay. All right, let's go on to our next lady over here.
No, she's not.
Davinia, I'm 41.
Okay. And
No, she's not. Fuck it. No, she's not. He's the first one she went to. He didn't. No, she's not beautiful.
Everyone always says, oh my
To
God,
him.
it's so tough. But yeah,
Hold on. To him. I'm not saying to everybody in the world. She not beautiful to me neither, y'all. Fellas, I don't know if she beautiful to y'all. Ladies, I don't know if she beautiful to y'all. She not beautiful to me. But to somebody, she is beautiful. Let's go. I don't know if that's a female. If y'all want to know it, I guess, see that? See that? I didn't even want to say that part. Eve, I don't know if that's not a female.
Why did you have your balloon unpopped for Josh?
I think Josh is handsome, and I think he was well spoken. So I just wanted to see if the vibe was there, chemistry, and obviously it wasn't. So we're good.
Look at Mama D.
And Josh,
Look
why
at
did you end
Mama
up popping
D.
your balloon? I mean, popping her balloon again.
Just I don't like a lot of makeup. I just that's all it is.
Okay.
So that's all I have to go off of.
Got it. All right. Thank you.
Look at Mama D.
And over here, if we can start with your name and age.
My name is Chanel Coco Stiletto. I'm 42.
Okay. And Chanel, you had your balloon unpopped for Josh. Why?
Well, he came out very handsome, well spoken. However, he did say his deal breaker was smoking. I am not a smoker when it comes to cigarette, but I am a medicinal. So I'm pretty sure that's. I was gonna pop my balloon, but I figure you can do it for yourself. So that's what it was.
All right. And Josh, why did you end up popping her balloon?
I actually don't mind weed. Like that's cool. It's just the cigarettes. Like
Yeah.
that is what it is. But just like the makeup and you know what I mean. Like
Now, ladies, you know I love y'all, but can we tell the truth? Did that sound like the stupidest shit I ever heard in my life? See, that's where you got to pay attention to what we be saying up here on these goddamn shows. Because she said, I'm not a smoker, but I am medicinal. Chilling with love, I see you, girl. Then the second part of it, she just said, I was going to pop my balloon, pay attention, but I was going to wait and let you pop it. If you was going to pop your balloon, you'd have popped it, Mama D. Now check this out. You see what Chilling with Love said? It looks kind of awkward. You know what I see? NBA. Don't you know the nigga with the money is the one that's going to appear broke? Do I got to school you, sisters? Let me talk to y'all for a minute, sisters. The nigga that you'll walk by in the store with the fucked up low jeans on, the crazy ass Timbs, the t-shirt, and the jacket and look like a total bum. The only reason why he got that on is because it's comfortable. It's comfortable. Niggas is secure with who the fuck we are. I would never think I would be buying clothes out of Walmart. My name's still Big Dice. Ain't that right, Mimi? Queen Eve said women fall in love with what they hear. Men fall in love with what they see. That's some deep shit. See, that's why you're getting 10 seconds for that shit. Fuck that. You think your ass safe over here? Fuck that. You get 10 seconds too. That's what gets me mad about Eve, y'all. That shit gets me so fucking mad she got 10 seconds. That's why I got so upset last night when I seen Tizzle and Mel going through it. Eve is intelligent. Y'all just don't let her be herself and she got to turn into an animal. I'd rather see these women advocate their intelligence because y'all are so powerful. You, Tizzle Tay, Queen Jailer, Melly Mel, Danny Lux, Miss Miyagi. Miss Miyagi has a different blueprint. She's like one of the elders, like Always a Queen. I always tell Always a Queen, I've been telling this recently, yo, I would be so honored if Always a Queen had a platform. I know the bullshit that come with it. I know the hate that come with it. Look at Chilling with Love. Shout out to Bullis Gotti. Chilling with Love ain't even crazy no more on YouTube. She chilling. She's chilling. Do you know how powerful y'all women could be? Like, seriously. Like, y'all could be, y'all got to stop letting these. Let me explain something to y'all. Like, real G shit. I said this before, I'm going to say it again. Y'all got to pay attention to the niggas in y'all chats. They trying to fuck y'all because they can't fuck y'all. I don't know if that shit is making sense. That's what God tells. These niggas is trying to fuck y'all because they can't fuck y'all. Niggas don't want to see y'all happy with nobody else because they know y'all will never choose them. These niggas is crazy. These niggas is really crazy. I was so disappointed in Tizzle Tay and Melly Mel. I know people be like, damn, Dice should be happy about that. I'm not happy about nobody arguing. That shit is just not cool, especially if I know both parties have the capability of really helping some of these sisters that out here going through some shit. I want to see all the great legends of females and Miss Miyagi on a platform together dropping jewels. That's the shit I want to see. I don't want to see the argument. Appreciate you, Mimi. I don't want to see the argument because they have so much more to offer. Like Eve. She was going through certain things with her sons. She wouldn't even know I still pray about that situation. She can't even be a mother because she's a defense. That woman got children that's going through certain stuff that's probably driving her crazy every second of her life. It's certain shit our sisters need to be able to come together and outlet and talk some real shit instead of having to worry about being on defense on stage because somebody's going to secretly allow somebody on the stage to confront them or disrespect them. We already see the outcome for all of that. Look at how they're making our women perceived to be because of things they've been through. These women up here on this stage, they ain't did nothing wrong. They just been through shit. Some chose the wrong men. Some people was misled. Some people was manipulated. Can't judge nobody. And I don't know if anybody caught this, but shout out to the host of the show. I think her outfit is beautiful. I'm going to keep it funky. I think her outfit is beautiful. That's a fact. Well, let's go.
Any kids you have?
Hey, Josh, I'm Janae. I have 3 kids.
Okay. What ages?
17, 12, and 7.
Okay. All right.
Name and age and how many kids you have?
Venusian, 39. I have a son. He's 20.
I guess the kids aren't a deal breaker, obviously, for you.
No, I mean,
okay.
Actually, I prefer kids because at least you know what it is.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. What is your toxic trait?
Okay. What is your toxic trait?
I think I can read energy, and sometimes I might overthink things a little too much. Like I might read into the energy a little too much, which can create like overthinking. So
you jump to conclusions.
I wouldn't necessarily say I jump to conclusions, but like I just probably think sometimes a little too much. Potentially jump to conclusions, but not quite.
Okay.
When you overthink things, like we're all human, you know. So like it's like we all overthink sometimes.
Okay.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. What's your toxic trait?
I believe my toxic trait is seeing red flags and still trying to work through the potential of a person. So I think that hasn't worked well.
Hey, heard some deep shit like that, ladies? Let me talk to y'all. The big bro got to talk to y'all. Let me tell y'all some real deep shit right there. Seeing red flags and trying to work through the potential. That's a great quality some women possess. But a red flag and disrespect is totally 2 different things. Facts. Don't kill yourself to make nobody else live. That goes for a man or a woman or a man. And I've noticed this recently too. Some of us got a description of a person that's supposed to be around us to complete us. And everybody's off. The completion is the peace. The blessing is companionship. Communication is really, really destroyed because nobody's hearing each other no more. Everybody's coming prepared to fight. Everybody's being prejudgmental without knowing what certain people been through in their past. Don't give nobody the right to judge nobody. Let's get to this work.
For me, always trying to see the good instead of just letting certain situations go.
Okay.
Okay, let's go down here. All right, what's your toxic trait?
I'm always trying to help people, and I tend to hinder people sometimes. Like it's kind of unhealthy sometimes because I'm always like I overly help.
Okay.
Okay. What's your toxic trait?
If I'm not being heard, I get a little frustrated. Can probably get loud. So that's my toxic trait.
Do you get violent?
No,
Okay.
but I am. I'm just aggressive a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, by nature, but not on
Verbally.
purpose.
Verbally, okay.
That's the same thing. Yeah, I get a little loud when I'm frustrated and not being heard.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What's your toxic trait?
Detaching, completely withdrawing. Yeah.
Like all the time or just something?
No, just like if we are having a disagreement and again, like I'm not being heard, I withdraw. So I'll need some time.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, Josh, I am going to have you pop 2 balloons based off of, the things you've heard, what you've seen, all that good stuff.
Now, see, this is where it gets interesting. This is where it gets interesting, ladies. Because to what some people would imagine with him is, this is what you call a square, what you call a lane. He ain't got no jury on. He ain't running around like my man earlier with the patent leather rattlesnake belt. He ain't got the Albie Shaw kit. He ain't got the Suge Knight jury impressions. He got on some Gilligan Allens, some Wranglers, a nice little t-shirt, and he look high as the motherfucker. So that's the first thing you got to pay attention to. He want to make sure whoever he choose ain't gonna fuck up his high. Remember where y'all heard it first. Let's go.
I'm gonna go right here.
Okay, and then one more.
Bye-bye.
And right here.
Bye-bye.
So we're gonna pop in her balloon.
Cause she too nice.
Pay attention. Pay attention, ladies. Because you're wondering why, quote unquote, you're going through certain things with certain individuals. So stop blaming yourself for who you're choosing. Start recognizing your flaws. A diamond still has a flaw. Some diamonds are flawless, but after years of being worn, bruised, dropped, mishandled, they can get flaws too. That's how you got to look at it, ladies. Gentlemen, that's how you got to look at it. The decisions who you making, who you trusting with your peace. That's the first thing y'all got to think about. Fuck the sex. We too old to be thinking about sex. We only got a few years for our dicks and pussies to still be working the way it was when we was younger. Y'all better deal with that shit now. Sooner or later, you're going to be having to worry about, yo, my shit going to be working. So now you need to be taking time to think about, reserve that shit. And then stop swapping motherfucking spirits with people just because of what's outside. Start looking about what's the fuck is inside. The corniest motherfucking relationship, it seems like they lasted the longest, y'all. With all this extra shit we got into the world, it seems like niggas can't even be happy no more. Because there's too many distractions. Internet, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, cell phones, friends, family, co-workers. Get the fuck out of here.
And her balloon?
Cause she too nice, like a people pleaser. I don't. Because I've dealt with that before. You know what I mean? Like I can't, like a people pleaser. I can't do it.
I wouldn't necessarily call it a people pleaser, but if you knew my background, I do a lot of giving back and things of that nature. So I have a heart. So I'm not going to say a people pleaser because I do have a flip side of me, like to a certain extent. But no, respect.
Okay. So, but you put people before yourself.
No.
To a default, right?
No, I don't put people before myself. I extend a lot of help. Like I'm always there to try to help someone. And sometimes that can be unhealthy. Like let them figure it out. Stop trying to help them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not going to put anybody before myself because I'm a mother.
You heard what she just said, Eve? Talking to Eve now. You heard what she just said, Eve? Overextending your fucking hand to help people that won't do it for you. Eve got a good heart. She's just a diamond that's been bruised. Chilling with Love got a great heart. Just another diamond that's been bruised. Danny Lux, beautiful heart. Another diamond that's been bruised. Cheeks the Hoodologist. Another diamond that's been bruised. I can't even tell y'all a key story. Y'all will be in tears. A beautiful diamond that has been bruised. But now it's the man's turn to speak about things without being vulgar, without being disrespectful. He's not cursing, fuck this bitch and all this stuff. Now ladies, check this out. See, y'all looking for what y'all think is supposed to be right, but I'm showing you what you're supposed to be receiving and how you're supposed to be treated. You see how the man is talking? He has a vocabulary. He's respectful. He has no problem with telling you what's going on in his mind. You ask him a question. He can articulate his feelings. Y'all falling in love with the wrong things, ladies. This is real G shit, I'm telling you. Big bro to my sisters. I love you all.
So I have to have my sanity and things of that nature to be a parent. But yeah, everybody knows I'm always helping. So
See, but the thing about that is you're going to stress yourself out and then you're going to come home and I got to deal with that because you're trying to do too much for everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
I don't bring problems home, but
Okay,
still respect.
okay.
Still respect.
Respect.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not bringing it home. We leaving it at the front door.
Okay. Respect.
Let's go over here. Why do you end up popping this balloon?
Because she loud.
Oh.
I don't like that. I'm very chill. So if you're too loud, like, nah, I'm good on that.
You see what he said? She fucked my high up. I told y'all the nigga high as a motherfucker. You see how calm he is? He said, yo, it's not that she's not beautiful. It's not that it might not be cool sexually. It's not that she might be a good parent or a step parent. I might not be in love. She's too fucking loud. The first thing we showing each other, the first impression is supposed to be the best impression. The best impression is what's supposed to attract us. And then as we move along gradually and build rapport with each other, we start seeing the ups and downs of each other. Check this out. But the first thing he said is, Hear this out, ladies. You could be the most beautiful woman in the world. I'm talking about yum, 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 yum. That's all. Yeah. But to a conservative person that really got shit going on, that's worried about things like being hype, that shit fucks with niggas, gives niggas anxiety attacks. All jokes aside, I know women say that shit. I suffer from this shit. There's times when I can think about shit too much and damn near catch anxiety attacks. These is facts, ladies. He don't even know that she could have been the best motherfucking step parent ever. That could have been the best companion that Allah put on the earth for him. But because she described herself as being loud and obnoxious, it automatically turned him off. He said, yo, right there, that shit fucked my high up because I'm laid back, I'm cool, I'm not really with the bullshit. People don't understand when some people not with the bullshit, it confuses us and we just sit back like, please leave us alone. I'm scared. I'm scared now. You're scaring me.
And then at the front door.
Okay. Respect.
Let's go over here. Why do you end up popping this balloon?
Shine in the building. Salute.
I don't like that. I'm very chill. So if you're too loud, like, nah, I'm good on that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let's go back over here. We did get a pop. Where was the pop? Back here, back here, back here. Okay, why did we end up popping our balloon?
I pop because I could get loud sometimes. Like, I'm chill, but I like to be loud sometimes. So I don't want somebody like, oh, you're too loud. You can be loud with me.
But are you disrespectful?
No.
I don't care if you loud, like, because you having fun, but I mean, like, when you disrespectful.
Okay.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, thank you for clarifying.
But, yeah.
So after you clarify that, do you want the balloon back or is it?
I'm going to leave it pop.
Oh.
You're very handsome, though.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're very pretty.
Thank you.
All right, so we do have 2 balloons left unpopped. Ladies, any questions for Josh? You want to start down there? Okay, let's go down there. She has a question.
Are you sure you want to do this?
This is all I need to take her out, man. Should be in the grown folks conversation, y'all. Share this live, man. Tell them where y'all heard it first, man. Let's go.
All right, what's your question?
How do you resolve conflict? What's your conflict resolution style?
This is a hell of a question, ladies. Let's be real, fellas. Some of us in our lifetimes, when our women raised their voice to us, we thought that the way that we resolved that shit was slapping the shit out of them. Facts. We wasn't taught that motherfucking communication shit. A bunch of us was not taught to go the other way. A bunch of us was not taught to resolve. Fuck that. You running your mouth. Who you think you talking to? Black. As people matured, as people started understanding the damage that was done to families and relationships because of domestic violence, some people chose to say, yo, you know what? Let's leave this shit alone. Some people chose to say, yo, let me get some motherfucking help. That lady right there asked the question of all questions. Look what my sister said. You got to know how to choose your battles. Listen to this, Eve. This is my Caucasian sister right here. This big Mimi right here. Eve, get some of this work. Choosing your battle and what should you go after? Women are like lioness. They're like tigers. They're like Black Panthers. They strike when their opponents are close, vigorously and viciously. Women do not leave their cubs in the line of danger to attack and hunt. Don't let that go over your heads. Let's go.
I think communication is very important. So I think it's important to like take a step back and see where you're wrong and just kind of see how you can find some middle ground and talk through things, because 99% of the time it's just misunderstanding. You know, if you talk, get through it.
Mm-hmm.
So
This the type of dude right here, y'all. This the type of dude right here that I would love to date a sister of mine. They asked him, how do he resolve conflict? That nigga said, sometimes you got to step back. find out where the fucking problem is coming from, and after a while, you'll probably come to the realization that the shit is not even that serious. These are the type of niggas I would be honored to date sisters of mine. These is facts. These is facts. These are the type of niggas that you could recommend. Yo, ladies, let me explain something to you. I know this may sound funny, but this is what you got to start asking yourself. The man that you choosing to give your heart to, would you allow your daughter to give her heart to a man with his characteristics? That's some deep shit. Because ladies, sometimes y'all deal with relationships with men where y'all allow certain things that you would never allow your children to go through. So this is the part right here, ladies, that can help y'all with choosing the best mate for yourself. The characteristics of a man, if you've seen another young man with those same characteristics, because you know how this man treats you, how he respects you, how he cherishes you, how he accepts you for your flaws, whether you're crazy or you're not. This is the type of things that you would want your children to have inheritance with. These is facts. That's just like if a lady's going through some domestic violence shit, she don't want her daughter being in some relationship with some guy that's going to beat on her. The reason why I said I would end the show up with it like this, because I want y'all to see the difference between how people that still have problems but took accountability and manned up. You got women up here that said, I don't give a fuck how y'all gonna judge me, telling you my motherfucking story. I'm still come and see if I can get somebody that's gonna really be compatible with me. Then you got a couple of dudes up here. The second one right here, I'm digging his stool. I'm digging his style. The first one, I dug his conviction. His appearance, his delivery, because the nigga reminded me of a cop. But I did understand his conviction and how he felt. The second dude right here, I'm digging his motherfucking style. You dig what I'm saying? Seems like he keeps some good motherfucking reefer. Go to the park, play some ball, shoot some pool. You ain't got to worry about nobody running up on him because of some street beef. That nigga don't even look like he got a problem with no motherfucking body. Let's get into this work.
And do you know your love languages?
I like kisses on the neck and compliments.
Physical touch.
So, physical touch and words of affirmation.
Right.
Well, I'm not gonna say physical touch because like I like my space, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like to be crowded or you know what I mean, like even like in bed and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got your side, I got my side. Like don't come near me, right? It's not like I know how that sounds, but I just like my space. I just put it that way.
Okay.
So kiss me on my neck all you want, you know. Yeah, and just compliment me and we good.
Okay. And what's your sun sign?
My what?
Your sun sign.
My son, I don't know.
Your zodiac.
Okay, zodiac. I'm a Capricorn.
Okay. Those are all my questions.
Okay. All right, let's head on back this way.
Are you single? Do you believe you're single, or is there anyone out there that believes they're in a relationship with you?
I'm single. I am single. I do have a rotation, but it's
Thank you.
But
Thank you for
I
your
just
honesty.
gotta be honest because it's gonna come out eventually. So you know what I mean. Like
I appreciate it.
But you.
Josh, what do you
But
mean
can
by you
change
have a
my mind,
rotation?
though. I talked to several females. You know.
That's a
it's
pH balance issue. No, sir.
I'm not doing nothing with it with everybody if that's what you're trying to get at. But we talk on the phone. You know.
I need my man to be my man, and crazy about me and only me. So when you talk to me, you drop everybody else.
So make me crazy about you. Maybe I'll drop the rotation.
There's probably some sweet girl out there that's crazy about you that's already in rotation.
She sound like
She
she
probably
probably
love you.
Shakur.
Nah, I won't let it get to that point unless like it's you know what I mean. It's got to be.
Nah.
Okay. She popped down here too after you said something about you got rotation. All right.
I feel like y'all don't got rotations. I know y'all got rotations. What you mean? Y'all be the worst.
So it was the rotation?
It was that and the makeup comments. Like, I like a nice, clean beat. I live for it. So I'm not going to stop wearing makeup because you don't like it.
I didn't say it was a deal breaker. I just said I don't like too much makeup. But...
Well, I like makeup.
Okay. What you got on is cool. Like
Is all the balloons popped? Let's go ahead and give it up for
Another
ladies.
day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? work to solve these problems.
That's why it's knowledge, wisdom, instinct. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Respectfully, I'm about to let y'all get out of here, but the reason why I did this show is, shout out to Melly Mel, shout out to Tizzle Tay. Both beautiful people inside. Melly Mel got a great side to her. I don't like the way people have made certain confrontations with her go viral, or I don't like the way that people come to her platform with initial plans just to disrupt the show. I don't like none of that shit. I don't like when nobody going through none of that shit. I'm gonna keep it funky with you. Tizzle Tay. She fuck with artists. She love artists. Artists love her. And tell you the truth, the sad part about it is what people don't really want to understand is what they do is they fucking business. The fucked up part of it is it got the YouTube. What artists and Tizzle do is they motherfucking business. The fucked up part is it came to YouTube. It came to YouTube and certain things get out because certain people entrusted the wrong people as friends. And then some people really were friends but didn't know the things that would upset the new friends that they got. And they got upset. Instead of saying, yo, you hurt my feelings, they pressed live. Pressed live and got to talking about things that niggas be talking about when they bros. Or sisters be talking about when they sisters. Or people we talking about because it's interesting conversation. Because everybody needs somebody to talk to. That's why I try to stay away from a bunch of that sucker shit. Our women, fucked up part is the ignorance that they got labeled with us as men is stupid. Because there's some motherfucking money on this motherfucking channel. But we got our women, we can't just sit back and allow our women to do that to each other. And the sad part about it is, what I'm really upset about is two relationships that I'm very, very upset about that has been altered. And that's the relationship between China Brim and DGR. And the relationship between China Brim and Melly Mel. When I first got to YouTube and didn't know the theatrics of YouTube, I was so upset I would hit China on the gram and start talking to him, row, 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 like China said, and China say, shut the fuck up, homie. This is YouTube, you playing yourself. The times when I didn't know about certain things. But when it came to DGR, and it came to Melly Mel, on my mother's soul, may I never get to smell her again. I swear he's always spoke up for y'all. That nigga said he gonna always fuck with DGR. Always. He said, yo, Dice, sometimes he be doing some crazy shit. He said, but when it come to this 050 shit and this loyalty shit, he ready to go to war for us. I gotta fuck with her. He said, when it comes to Melly Mel, that's one of the queens of the motherfucking 050, along with Sister Nari, Dark Skin Beauty, Queen Mo Fire, Cola James, Carla Priest, Simba at the time. And I know when China bullshitting and when he's serious about shit. So I don't know how certain plots were put where, you know what I'm saying, Melly Mel and DGR, they upset with each other. I don't like that shit. Because I really do fuck with the fact that they cool. Whatever they feel about each other is their business. But I just always like they loyalty to each other. And it's so sad that a drop of oil can fuck up a beautiful glass of water. I'm talking about a drop of oil could fuck up a beautiful glass of water, like this guy right here, Mike from Calabos. Dice, can I borrow an EBT card again? Please. See, it's drops of oil like that can fuck up a beautiful glass of water. It's always inviting the wrong person to a get-together with family. Some real shit I'm talking about, man. Melly Mel and Tizzle Tay, I want to see y'all do shows together of importance, not going at each other. I'd appreciate it if y'all do a show together and apologize to each other for letting each other fall into the bullshit arms of somebody else that set up a plot. Shout out to Artist Morrison for the way he loved his woman. Shout out to Tizzle Tay for the way she loved her man. If we don't understand it, it's not for us to understand, y'all. See, let me tell you something about God before I get out of here. When God shows you something, he shows it to you. To everybody else, that shit don't make no sense. But when you in tune with God and you come to a faith in a beautiful religion with God, a trust and a belief that's more powerful than life, you dig? You see it crystal clear. Never forget who told you that. Salute.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? It's knowledge, wisdom, instinct. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?